I'll turn it down. So I'm just streaming.
Hi.
Hello, stranger.
Hi.
So this is a disclaimer. It's been a while since I've streamed the first Sakura Succubus game, so I don't necessarily remember all the voices. So some of the voices I do may not be the same from the last game due to, because I can't be bothered to just skim through the other streams and just go, okay, this character's this voice. So I will try and either make a new voice or try and interpret the previous voice that I remember. So that is a disclaimer. And Henry, I don't think you should be here. That's why are you here? Out of all the games you could have come by to chat, you chose this one. Oh my god.
Now I'ma do my own thing.
This fucker really said no. Henry, you shouldn't be on the stream. No. Said no. This is the only warning and disclaimer because, like, this is the only warning and disclaimer that you guys will get, right?
Emoji smiling face with sunglasses.
I am not responsible for what you hear or whatever you hear or whatever I say. I'm not responsible for what you hear, considering that I'm warning you that you shouldn't be here in the first place. And I can't really force you to leave, you know? Because theoretically, right? Theoretically, I can't block you because then you could still watch the stream. You couldn't comment, but you could still watch the stream. So theoretically, blocking you wouldn't do shit.
I've probably seen worse.
That's not reassuring, Henry. That is not reassuring. Alright. If you get in trouble and your parents see what you're watching, that's on you. Don't blame me. Remember, that's on you. That is your problem. Don't smile, you son of a bitch. I have a drink of water. I honestly don't really. I think so far. No, it can't be. I was gonna say this is my least favorite out of the series, and it's not that it's my least favorite, but there's 6 fucking games. There are 6 Sakura Succubus games. Fucking 6 of them. To be honest, I'm more interested of the Sakura MMO series. Yes, fucking 6 of these. Apparently, right? There's Sakura MMO. There's 3 games, right? 1, 2, and 3. Plus, there is a extras content, which is like a spin-off game where the main character starts a maid cafe or whatever, which, I mean, that's interesting, but not to me, you know? I'd rather see more fantasy adventures and shit. But, like, it's just, the fact that there's 6 of these games is overwhelming, right? Sakura, what was it? Nova and Sakura Swim Club only have 1 game. But Sakura Swim Club is in the same universe as Sakura Succubus, so hopefully there's no like auto text thing, because I can't read that fast. Oh, there we go. It was my last year of high school that I had my first girlfriend. Her name was Yuki, and she had very long dark hair and a stern, serious face. She wasn't athletic, and she didn't like talking to people. It was almost impossible to wring more than 5 words out of her at a time. In the end, my classmates learned to keep their distance. She was pretty, yes, but she wasn't worth their time. Yuki's silence wasn't that of a shy girl. She was surely almost rude, dismissive too. It seemed that she actively disdained all of our classmates, and the human race in general. I thought she disdained me too, until she confessed to me. Her confession surprised me, but it wasn't unwelcome. I was only 18 and when it happened, and I was in my last year of high school. I had never been confessed to before, and I was flattered. I accepted her confession, and after that we became a couple. We were almost always together. We walked to school in the mornings and back home in the afternoons. We studied for exams in the library, and Yuki tried, and failed, to make me lunch on several occasions. We went on dates too. I can still remember one particular date we had in the countryside.
I'm going to shower.
It was an unfeasible hot day, and cicadas chirped instantly in the undergrowth. Yuki was wearing a sheer cotton dress with a thin straps, her dark hair loose. She kept fanning herself, but it wasn't enough to ward away the incessant heat. Oh, hello. In the end, she took off her wedge sandals and wadded out into the lake to cool down. I went in after her and splashed her with water. She didn't squeak in alarm. She wasn't very emotive, but she did splash me back. We got into a fight, and Yuki's dress was soaked through. It clung to her body, accelerating her curves. Sorry. Imagine how much better if it was a family. I'm only joking, or am I? Droplets of water rolled down the insides of her thighs, and she had to wring out her skirt like a sponge. I think about that moment a lot. That might have been one of the happiest days of my life. I told Yuki as much, and when we were on the train going back home, she only tipped her head to one side and said, "Really? How curious," like a scientist overseeing some sort of experiment. It was an odd response, but Yuki had always been an odd girl. She was my girlfriend, but she didn't smile very much. She was a aloof, stoic person, but I found I didn't mind that very much. Her icy persona only made me feel more gratified when I was able to make her laugh. I never thought of dating Yuki before, but soon I became infatuated with her. I liked her a lot over time. I think I grew to love her, but our relationship was short-lived. Soon it was time for us to graduate. Yuki went to college overseas while I continued my studies in Japan. After that, I never saw her again. I only spent 3 months with Yuki, but I can remember them all in stark detail. If only she hadn't transferred into my school during our final year. If only she hadn't waited until the last semester to confess to me. If only we had more time together. I used to think about such things a lot when we first broke up, but I don't now. Not often, anyway. It's been more than 10 years since then, and I'm no longer a starry-eyed 18-year-old. I'm an adult. I have a job and a very demanding boss. I'm so swept up in work, I haven't had the time for new relationships in years, nor the time to sit and think about the old ones. I like Yuki a lot, but that's in the past. I doubt I'll ever see her again. It's pointless to contemplate what's already past. I know that. So why am I thinking about her now? That's because beneath the moonlight in this secluded Japanese garden, I think I might have found her doppelganger. Yeah, this is where the cliffhanger ended. You know, the end of the... you know... Oh, shut up. Just in case, you know, I don't want to say anything. But, like, you know, the cliffhanger for the last game, but I'm not going to say anything else. A woman stands before me wearing a yellow kimono. Her long black hair trembles around her shoulders. She looks just like Yuki. In one hand, she holds a red lacquered parasol. That's a shitty umbrella if I ever saw it. I can't see her face, but her shoulders and her hands are creamy white. She looks so much like Yuki, I can't help but stare. Is it really her? Maybe this is a trick of the light or lack of. I'm seeing things. This woman can't be Yuki. I haven't seen her in over a decade. She went off to study overseas. She hasn't contacted me since we broke up. For all I know, she could be anywhere. America, France, Italy. This can't be Yuki. But if she's not Yuki, who is she? Why does she look so familiar? Excuse me? I call out to the woman. My mouth feels dry as though I've swallowed a sock. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you alright? What? Oh, yes. I'm sorry if I startled you. I was just gazing at the moon. It looks so pretty tonight. Do you not agree? Holy mama! The woman turns her head. Frowns of her dark hair fluttering, and I see to my disappointment, but not surprise, that she isn't Yuki after all. That probably goes without saying. I have no idea why I thought she might be. Given all the crazy things that have happened in my life lately, it's probably a good thing that Yuki isn't here. What would my ex-girlfriend make of my tangled mess of a romantic relationship? I'm not even sure what I think about all this madness. Oh, I just realized. I apologize if I have the fan on because it's getting hot, and if that's a bother, I do apologize. Let me know and I'll turn it off. I'm not sure what I think about all this madness. Tell me, young boy, what is your name? I'm Hirakai. Ogawara Hirakai. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hirakai, is it? That's a nice name. It suits you. The woman smiles pleasantly. My name is Hifumai. I'll be staying at the Ryokan for a few days. I do hope I see you again, dear. I think we would get along quite splendidly. Oh, yeah, it'd be nice getting to know you. That's what I say, but my voice is vague. Something about Hifumai makes me pause. She's not be Yuki, but the feeling that I know her persists. Her name sounds awfully familiar, too. Could it be... You're not the famous actress. Yamato Yamamoto, whatever. Are you? Oh my, so you've heard of me. One does not like to brag. I don't know if I'm that famous. But yes, you are correct. I am Yamamoto. I suppose I have appeared in a handful of movies. Is she like a porn star, or... I mean, she's a succubus, so I wouldn't be surprised. Hifumai's tone is humble and polite, but that makes her manifold accomplishments seem even more impressive. I think a handful of movies is something of an understatement. Hifumai is one of the most sought-after actresses in all of Japanese cinema. She's been working from the tender age of 18, and she's been in the industry for 15 years. I'm too retarded to make up that math, so she is old. Hifumai in her early 30s, but she doesn't look it. Her skin is flawless and devoid of wrinkles. Her body taut and supple beneath the folds of her kimono. Well, God damn, I'm a fucking creep. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. She still gets asked to play the same sweet, wide-eyed, ingenuine roles that propelled her to fame all those years ago. She starred in about 20 well-acclaimed movies, and that's not to mention her numerous or humorous appearances in TV dramas, talk shows, and adverts. She's so famous, she's practically a national symbol of Japan. Everybody knows about Hifumai. I gotta sneeze. Sneeze, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! Sneeze, motherfucker! I'm a big fan of hers. I'd loved her for years. Hell, even my dad is a big fan of hers, and my mother too. Hifumai has wide appeal. She's loved by both men and women, adults and children. Maybe that's because despite her good looks, she's very modest and polite, unfailingly primitive, appreciative of her fans, and softly spoken to boot. This can't be real. Are you really Yamamoto Hifumi? That is the name that my parents bequeathed me with, yes. Why? Hifumi inclines her head. I'm probably fucking up that name. I apologize. Is there a problem with that? Oh, no. There's no problem. It's the opposite of a problem. I'm rock hard, as you can see. It's quite dark. Damn. There it goes. This is a bit embarrassing, but I'm a big fan of yours. I love your work. What? Really? Hifumi blinks, taken aback. I never thought I would find a fan of mine all the way out here. I must be more popular than I thought. Are you kidding? You're incredibly popular. You have a whole website devoted to you all over the net. Not that I frequent such sites, of course. I've certainly never looked at the Hifumi's feed wiki before. Let them dogs out, baby girl. Please let me get a whiff, just a sniff. Just an inhale, I beg of you. You're not just popular in Japan, you have fans all across the globe. I never thought I'd meet you face to face. This is incredible. I don't think I'm so incredible, really. I'm just a normal woman. I thought her sprite changed into like revealing bikini or whatever, but my brain is just so sleep deprived. But if seeing me makes you this happy, that makes me happy too. I do so enjoy bringing smiles to people's faces. That is why I became an actress in the first place. And you've done an amazing job. Keep at it, Hifumi. Of course. Hifumi bows her head. How could I not, when I have fans like you? I must admit, I have been in something of a slump recently. All the roles I have taken on have been so very similar. Damn, that fucking expression is... I don't know about that, but it's like... Oh, fuck. Not... What's the word? Like... I was gonna say... Slanted eyes. No, but that's not the right word. But you know, like... When it's like characters that like have their eyes closed and then like when they open they're like intimidating or like shit like that. So like they're not closed but they're not open either. Like it's just I fucking live for like that's not live for those expressions, but like it's something that I really love. Just tiny details like that, you know? But I don't know like what it's called. But like those type of expressions I fucking chef's kiss, because they just, whether it's like more like a killing intent and like, you know, like death glare, or more of a just love infatuated, like lustful expression, just anything with that expression fucking kills me. I was beginning to worry that my career is stagnating? Is that the word? I came here to take a break so that I may reevaluate what I wish to do in the future. But after hearing such kind words from you, I know that I cannot give up. I have fans who love me. I can see that clearly now. As such, it would be shameful of me to give up and abandon you all. Hifumi. I stare at my idol with the large, shining eyes of a child. Not my eyes, but the eyes I stole from a child, you know. I keep them in the cooler in my man purse to remind me of those who cross me. That's fucking morbid. I'm sorry. I think I was a child when I first saw one of Hifumi's movies. I could have been 14, maybe 15. It would be no lie to say that Hifumi was one of my first loves. I even had a poster of her on my bedroom wall. This was one of the reasons why I accepted Yuki's confession, actually. I've always thought with her long black hair and her pale skin, she looked a lot like Hifumi. I feel positively awestruck. But I can't afford to lose my senses. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I need to act and fast. Maybe we should dial it down. I mean... You got a point, right? I'm not saying be weird, but it's like, what, you don't just go to the supermarket and, like, fucking bump into Dwayne The Rock Johnson every fucking day, like, at every Tuesday when we go shopping, you know? Ask Hifumi for her autograph. I'm sorry, Fumi. I know you're on vacation and I don't want to bother you, but I love you for a very long time. I adore your movies and I adore you, and well, I was wondering, could I possibly get your order? I'm halfway through my question. Imprudent though it may be, when a loud exclamation stills me. Hold it right there! Huh? I whip my head around. Since it's late at night, I didn't expect to be interrupted by anyone else. But life has been doing its level best to surprise me as of late. It's been succeeding too. I stare at my mouth agape when I come face to face with two girls I know very well. Oh, she is not happy. It's Japan's #1 idol, Aiku Ayu, and with her is the famous cyan-haired, cat-eared wearing rapid pond model Cosmos. This humble ryokan is full of bursting with celebrities. If Wakasukai Marina were here too, we'd have a full house. But she isn't. I guess she must still be in her room sleeping. Being an ultra-famous businesswoman must be taxing. Not that I know. I'm hardly at Marina's level. Wherever I look, I'm surrounded by raw star power. I'm starting to feel very out of place here. Now look here, you traitorous turncoat. Ayu stubs her finger in my direction. You can't just ask Kofumi for her autograph. You're supposed to be my producer. You're fantasizing with the enemy. Your producer? I don't remember that. Since I met Ayu at her tropical beach retreat in Ikowa, it's a long story. She's been determinedly calling me her cameraman. When did I get such a lofty promotion? And you're my boyfriend. I don't want you flirting with other girls. Not behind my back. Sorry, Cosmos, but I wasn't flirting. I was just telling Hifumi how much I like her movies. I'm a fan. Yes, I've heard. You're being so loud. I'm sure everybody in the whole Ryukin heard. You're not very subtle, Hiroka. Do you really have to make such a noise? Some of us were trying to sleep. But Ayu... Cosmos blinks at Ayu, perplexed. We've been spying on Hiroka since before you started talking to him for me. Didn't you come into my room at midnight, waking me up and ask if I wanted to keep tabs on him with you? Wait, what? You girls were spying on me? Yeah, so what of it? Ayu tries to look indifferent, but her face is burning for an idol. She's always been bad at hiding her real feelings. You should be grateful that a cute girl like me is giving you the time of day, you losers. This is how my delusional brain, right, is if I ever gain popularity, this is how I imagine the chat would treat me as a person. Whether you see that as a good thing or a bad thing, that's really up to you. You should be grateful that a cute girl like me is giving you time of day, you loser. So I've been demoted from a producer to a loser in the span of a few seconds. Success is such a fickle beast. Anyway, it's not like I care who you flirt with. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. You can do whatever you like. I just wish you'd do it a bit more quietly. But you were still spying on me. So what? You're a pervert. So I had to make sure you weren't going to harass Marina in her sleep or something. So, we went from almost being raped by a refrigerator to being accused of raping someone in their sleep. What the fuck is going on? I don't think I like these accusations very much. I'm sacrificing my sleep for the greater good. I'm like so nice and sweet. How can you not love me? Don't you agree, Cosmos? What? Oh. Ayu nudges Cosmos in the side with her elbow, which makes her jump. Yay. Ayu is so cool. She's the best. I love her even more than I love sea cucumbers and pudding. I have to hide a snicker behind my hand. There's something pretty funny about Cosmos' completely deadpan delivery. Ayu glowers at me. Are you doubting my cuteness, Hiroka? No, not at all. I just think you're very cute and very noble. Yes, indeed, I am perfect, aren't I? Oh, my head, head stroke. You know that reminds me of? It reminds me of the fucking shit post I saw. I fucking love it. And it's like, I need your head pats on each hand. Then we can handhold and do lewd things. But at first, I need your head pats. And he's like, fine, I'll give you your fucking head pats. Stop choking me! I fucking love that video so much. I'll give you your damn head pat. Stop fucking choking me! It's so nice, in fact. I'll even give you a few words of advice. You should stay away from that woman. Who, me? Yes, you. You might act sweet, but I know your game. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. I fucking love that song. Don't get too close to her, Hiruka, or she'll devour you. Perhaps this news should concern me, but being devoured by her for me doesn't sound all that bad. Oh, what are you? Ayu takes a step towards me. She's so heated, she's practically shaking with rage. I'm surprised steam isn't coming from her ears. How could you say something so scandalous? Isn't it enough for you to have 3 of us to dote on you? You don't need any more. You're a bad boy, Hiruka. Your appetite cannot be satiated. But I don't mind. If you're frustrated, you can use me however you like. I'm your girlfriend, and I belong to you. Hey, Cosmos, no fair! Don't try and make any moves on Hiruka. I never gave you permission! Why should I need your permission? Hiruka is my boyfriend. He might be your boyfriend, but he's my producer before that. His duties towards me should come first. Oh, really? But I've been lovey-dovey with Hiruka much more than you have. You bitch! Ayu recoils, her face burning. That is a work in progress! I wanted to take my time to claim Hiruka, bit by bit. I'm not cheap and easy like you. I'm an idol, not some rapid pod bimbo. I deserve to be treated accordingly. My bad. My brain is like pulsating and I should probably drink more water. Even now, her jacket pisses me off. I hate people who fucking can't wear jackets properly. If you're not wearing them for warmth or zipping them all the way up, don't wear a jacket in the fucking first place. It pisses me off. I'm not a bit... I'm not a bimbo, and Hiruka said he doesn't mind that I post my photos online. He supports me. If he supports you selling your body online for the salivating masses, he can't love you that much. It's because he loves me that he supports... Fuck. It's because he loves me that he supports me. Your cold, callous heart wouldn't understand that. Why, you bitch! Take this! Bitch really said, nuh-uh. No, you.
Did I come back to?
These bitch are arguing because the orange bitch doesn't want me to ask for an autograph for this bitch because I'm a fan of her movies, right? And before you get any weird ideas, they're regular movies, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, not whatever the fuck you're thinking of. And now Ayu and Cosmos are bickering. Great. Oh my. I'm inclined to agree with Hifumi. Oh, wait. I'm inclined to agree with Hifumi. Oh my, indeed.
I didn't decay.
You always twist my fucking words. I can't fucking say shit around you.
You didn't think anything, you assumed.
Because you always say some... You twist my words and say some fuck shit. I'm curious, Hiruka. What is your relation to these 2 naughty children? That's a long story. I guess you could say the 3 of us have a very close personal connection or something. Oh, I see. Hifumi nods her head saggingly. You must get along well. You really think so? Yes, indeed. Ayu and Cosmos must love you a lot, or they wouldn't be bickering about you so. And if those two were not good friends, they would not be able to argue like this in the first place. It must be nice to have friends like that. I've led quite the sheltered existence myself, and I've never before partaken in such a lively debate. It looks like a lot of fun. I don't know about that. I can't imagine a Fumi calling anybody a bitch or pulling their hair like Ayu and Cosmos are. It doesn't suit her mature, refined image. What the fuck? It's a visual novel about succubuses. I don't know what else to tell you. I think you're perfect the way you are, Hifumi. Perfect? That is quite the compliment. I'm unsure if I'll be able to live up to your lofty expectations, but I shall do my best. As an actress, I would never want to disappoint my fans. You couldn't. You're so kind and forgiving. Easy to talk to, too. I don't know why Ayu seems to dislike you so much. It doesn't make any sense. In fact, I think she could stand to learn a few lessons from you. Come to think of it, Ayu and Cosmo seem to know Hifumi well. Ayu even gave her a cute nickname, Hifumian. Why would they address her by her first name if they've never spoken before? As I'm pondering this, Cosmos and Ayu yells continue to drift through the air. They're making such a commotion, I wouldn't be surprised if their cries wake the entire Ryokan. Ah, Maria! Now, what's all this? And speaking of waking up Ryukin, it looks like Maria is up and about.
Energy flushed face. And it's her.
She's wearing her typical business attire, despite the latency of the hour, but her white hair looks a bit messier than usual. Golly. Yawning, she presses her palm to her mouth, then looks around. Ayu, Cosmos, it's too late for your silly arguing. Stand aside. But Cosmos said, I don't care what she said. You leave her alone or I'll be forced to discipline you again. You don't want that now, do you? Ayu flinches and takes a few steps back. Golly! I apologize for my outburst.
Laughing.
I guess she's remembering that time back on the beach when Maria delivered a volley of slaps against her defenseless rear. It should have been me, not her! It's not fair! Now then, Maria looks at Hifumi. I didn't expect to see you here, Hifumi. It has been too long. Maria, it's good to see you too. Hifumi offers Maria an elegant bow. Of course you were. Of course you were. How has things been? They've been going well enough. I would ask about your affairs too, but I read about you so often in the newspapers, it seems hardly necessary. Your career is booming. Hardly. You exaggerate. Hifumi laughs lightly and waves one hand, as though trying to brush aside Maria's compliments. In actual fact, I've been having some doubts about my career. I feel like I'm stuck in a rut, going through the motions. That's why I decided to come to the countryside. I thought it might help my head, clear my head. I didn't know that you would be here though. Oh dear Ayu and Cosmos, this is a pleasant surprise. It feels like a family reunion. Family, huh? If Hifumi regards Maria, Ayu, and Cosmos as family, then that must be not a succubus too, are you, Hifumi?
One doesn't like to tell. A woman must have some secrets, you know. It adds to their allure.
Hifumi giggles.
But if you already know about a succubi, I suppose there's no point in being coy about it. That is indeed correct. I am a succubus. I am a member of the same clan that Maria, Ayu, and Cosmos hail from. They are like my sisters to me. Ayu and Cosmos are my cute, temperamental younger sisters. And Maria, well, I'm not sure if I regard her as a younger or older sister. Certainly I have lived more years than she, but I think she is even more talented than I. She's much better than I am at making people listen to her.
What the fuck are you guys? I can't hear you over the music in the background. Like, what do you say? What do you mean, Spider-Man reference?
Ayu never does what I tell her to. She's always ignoring me, and it's really sad.
That's because you're too soft. You need to learn to toughen up. If you don't, nobody will pay you any heed. Feels like my throat's closing up. Ow.
You might be right about that. I was good at putting my foot down once, but now I must have lived amongst humans for too long. I have become quite the pushover.
Don't worry, I can teach you how to say no again. If you like, I'll give an extensive lesson, free of charge.
Would you? That might prove to be helpful. Thank you, Maria. I really am glad to see you again. And of course I'm glad to see you again too, Cosmos. Are you?
What do you mean, ayo?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, this is the much safer side. You know, there's been worse stuff than this. Smiling breath lily. What the fuck is that word? Hifumi presses the palm of her hand against the top of Ayu's head, then gives her a hair ruffle.
Stay out of trouble now. Don't get into any more fights with poor Cosmos. I'm glad you get a...
Fucking hell, I'm losing my voice.
I'm glad you get along so well, but if you absolutely must venture spelling,
what the fuck is that word?
I think it might be better if you did it over a game of...
Hog. Ayu glares at Hifumi. What century do you think this is? You old granny, nobody plays Hog anymore.
They don't? How sad then. Maybe you could play a game of...
Rut.
Instead, I heard that this has become quite the popular game as of late.
Yeah, right. As if I want to play Rut. I actually have a life, you know. Now stop ruffling my hair. You're going to mess it all up.
Does it matter? It is very late and you really should be in bed.
If you don't enough sleep, what the fuck? I'm having a stroke!
No. It's me.
Mario.
Just I changed my name.
If you don't have enough sleep, you'll be cranky in the morning. Then you'll get into even more fights. Now please, promise me you'll behave yourself in the future. I know you can do it. Who's a good girl? There.
Hifumi continues patting Ayu's head, while Ayu's scowls grow more and more pronounced. Eventually, Ayu's patient, which has never been the most plentiful, wears thin and she pushes Hifumi's arm off her.
Yes, same person. Same guy.
Just leave me alone and drop this concerned big sister act, you hear? You're too old to be anyone's big sister. You're making me feel sick. Are you? Maria stomps one foot against the ground.
Is that any way to talk to her for me? She is your elder and better. You should show her some respect.
Respect? Yeah, right. Ayu spits on the ground. Why should I respect her when she's always looking down on me? Could it be that you're just fucking short? She acts like a goody two-shoes, but I know her game. Whenever there's a pretty boy in the vicinity, she loses her inhibitions. Now she's met Hiruka. She's not going to hold back. I'll give it 2 days until she's trying to flirt with him. There's no way I want to act all nicey nice with a woman like that. You watch yourself, Hiruka. Ayu shoots me a serious look. Now, Himphamin's got you in her sights. She'll do anything she can to make you hers. Just don't give in to her avocado propagation. What the fuck is that word? This game's fucking mocking me! But ableist be putting big words for a retard to read. Provocat ions. That. Whatever the fuck that word means. Spelling it out doesn't make me understand it any better. Propaganda! No matter what happens, you're still my producer. And I'm not going to give you up that easily. With that decisive Ayu stalks away. Her long twin tail sway behind her, as does the frilly hems on her pink dress. Hifumi watches her depart, her brow furrowed.
Goodness me. It seems that she dislikes me just as much as always. I had hoped she might change her tune after all these years, but I suppose not. It is vexing, but I still love my younger sister. I will do all that I can to repair our She's gonna do the fucking generators, and if she fails, the killer fucking kills their relationship. It is vexing, but I still love my younger sister. I will do all that I can to repair our relationship.
Oh, what did you fucking send me? Oh, just the... Oh, okay, the definition. Action or speech that makes someone angry, especially deliberately. The erection of... Oh! That's a different fucking meaning! Those are two different meanings! You're either angering someone, or activating a certain desire in someone. Those are fucking two ends of a coin. What the fuck? That is... How? But then which one am I supposed to use in this context?
Activating someone's certain desire.
Well,
that's a weird way to describe it.
Well, I'm trying not to be vulgar when there's people in the chat that shouldn't be here for this type of game, I already have a problem with not having a filter, right? And saying what's on my mind can be pretty problematic when there's with the people I'm around.
Who?
Don't who me! You know who, bitch! Fucker really said couldn't be me.
Smile. Laughing.
He really said, I wonder who. Nah, couldn't me be. Hey Tony, is he talking to you? No? Elizabeth, what about you? Tony with a G back there, is that you? Who the fuck are you talking to? He really said, who? Couldn't be me. It's just the fucking audacity of this bitch. The fucking audacity to say who. Oh, my brain's pulsating. Oh boy. I might be a pushover, but I can be very persistent. I might be a pushover, but I can be very persistent at times. I won't let anybody disregard my love. Oh, don't you fucking dare give me that look. You can't say that and then look at me like that. That seems like the implication seems kind of criminal. You know, no means no. But I guess no means who cares in your eyes. Okay, so on the stream it's perfectly fine, right? But because of how big my TV is, you know where it has the back skip auto? Because of how big the TV is, half the words are cut in half, right? So there's BAC, AUI, and SKI, right? It's literally cut in half for me. But you can see the words fully, which I find interesting. After the debacle with Hifumi, I returned to my room to sleep. I feel exhausted after everything that happened, and I fall asleep the moment my head hits the pillow, and I wake up and it turns out to be Cosmos's lap. I slept for what it feels like a long time. I'm sure I have a series of vivid dreams, but when I finally awake, I can't remember much of them. They feel fuzzy. I can recall, though dimly, long black hair and pale skin. The Slender Man got a sex change! But that's about it. Oh well, it's not like it matters. I'm not the sort of person who places much stock in dreams, blood types, or star signs. I think it's all nonsense. See, it's confusing when it comes to that, right? From my understanding, I believe in star signs only as in they are a thing, right? Because it's like, I don't believe in the thing where it's like, oh, if you're a Leo, you're this, that, and the third, right? I just believe that I'm only a... fuck, what was it? I'm an Aries because I'm born in April. That's all I believe, right? Anything more of like, oh, this is fate, da da da, I don't believe in that. I only believe in, like, if you're like, oh, September, you're born in September, you're Cancer or whatever's in September, right?
I'm Cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully, what stage is it?
I agree.
You know? Cause I'm watching somewhere where it's like watching this person like, oh.
Cancer.
I gotta love me them bald bitches with a plunge.
Full moon what stage?
Yeah, but like, cause I see these videos or whatever, and then it's like, oh, I'm a da-da-da, and this, that, and third, and like the people reacting like, oh, brother, this guy stinks! And then I think to myself, am I wrong? Am I in the wrong somehow? What's wrong with believing in da-da-da, right? And I only believe I'm an Aries because I'm born in April. Anything like, oh, Aries, because sometimes it's like, oh, they're short-tempered, da-da-da. It's like, I mean, that fits me, but that's just a coincidence, you know? I'm not going to believe of like, oh, this person, you can't date this person because they're not compatible, you know? Ooh, almost said something I probably shouldn't. Just like, oh, you can't, like, oh, you can't date this person because your signs don't match. How about you sign some bitches, huh? How about you sign some bitches?
Face orange raised eyebrow.
Why, but is it like...
Why did they make June Pride Month? Are they comparing LGBTQ to Cancer?
Oh, ooh, No, that just, no. People who, so like, you know, I'm part of the LGBT, so, but people who are part of the LGBT but born in Pride Month, they are just born with extra gay ability. So their gay power level is much stronger than mine since I'm born in April. So I'm weaker to people who are born, you know, in Pride Month.
Laughing.
His gay levels are off the charts!
Cancer.
Off the charts! How can that be? He's flamboyantly powerful! This is the toughest queer enemy we've ever faced! Ever faced! Ever faced! How can that be? I will only defeat you with 35% of my queer power! Ha! It's just so fucking stupid. Oh no! Japan's on fire! We're gonna leave! I still feel tired, and the events of last night, I was kept up pretty late. Maybe I should go back to bed. I lie back down in my futon, ready to sleep, but something stirs me from my half-formed slumber. I can smell something truly amazing. The aroma of a woman. The aroma is a complex, multi-layered one, but I can catch definite hints of miso powder and maybe green onions. You know, you know that one TikTok, right? And it's like, oh, the cringy TikTok where like, oh please baby, open the door. I can be everything you need in a man or a woman. I love that TikTok. Oh fuck! I love that TikTok. It's so like a part of it's like cringe, but it's so stupidly like it's purposely cringeful that makes it less cringe, if that makes sense. That makes it more funny than cringe. Sorry. And maybe some green onions. This smells even better than my mother's cooking. All of a sudden, I feel incredibly hungry. I wonder if breakfast is ready. This Ryokan has a commercial dining room. Well, guests can go and help themselves to breakfast. I haven't seen the breakfast menu yet. But I imagine the food here is on the traditional side. White rice, fried fish, pickled plums, miso soup, and the likes. This shit's nasty as fuck!
That's illegal, no cows.
No cows, it is very illegal. He's dead, you cannot bring him back. You dishonor your family because you have no cows. That's just so funny, but it's just for context. I don't know if I was streaming or whatever, but I was so sleep deprived, where it's like we were playing Fortnite and trying to get like challenges done, and I think I was waiting for him, waiting for Henry, and he's doing something, and he's like, just started like trying to do like an Indian accent, just like, you better join now or dishonor your family and you get no cows. Just such a... Just start making random fucking insults that make no sense, like, you smell worse than a gutted goose lion in the mating season of The Rock. It was so sleep deprived that it shouldn't be funny, right? And I'm like, you know, that character's dead now, but Henry keeps bringing him back, right? And I'm like, because I was sleep deprived, like, I'm pretty sure that might be a little bit racist, but like, so I'm like, yeah, just kill off the character. But like everything, he's like, you dishonor your family with no cows at all. I bring your cows, no cows for you. I take your cows, dishonor your family, dishonor your farm. I take your cows. And he just keeps bringing that. It was funny at the moment, but he keeps bringing it up, and it's... It shouldn't be funny because it's like, I'm pretty sure it just, you know, he keeps bringing it up. I've killed off the character so I don't have to fucking do the dumb voice. And I was so sleep deprived, I don't even remember any of the funny shit. I just remember just me telling him that just for losing the stars, I shall take your cows. You will lose honor in your family. No cows, no honor, just disappointment like the sacks of hay of a heartless witch. It's not funny, but it's just, I wouldn't even consider it like an inside joke. It's just, it shouldn't be funny, but because of how sleep deprived I was, and he keeps bringing it up, I can't help but laugh. It's not funny. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my god, it's not funny. It's not funny. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying my best to get over it. It's not funny. The character's dead. It's like, The character was most likely a little bit racist, so I killed off the character, and you keep bringing it up. Nothing's funny about racism, but you keep bringing it up. I'm trying to move on. I cannot live with the sins of having no cows and dishonoring my whole family with racism. But you keep bringing it up. I am dishonored. I have no cows. Dishonor my family, dishonor my grandchildren, dishonor my elders, dishonor my siblings, dishonor my whole family! He's not gonna shut the fuck up! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Face blue wide eyes.
Shut the fuck up! Just let him die! Just fucking let him die, please! Please! Just hear me out! Just please! Ah! This stream is so fucking unhinged. I am a little bit sleep deprived. I'm gonna fill up my water so my brain doesn't.
No cows.
Shut the fuck up! Oh, shut the fuck up! He haunts me! He haunts me! Everywhere I go, everywhere I look, I see him! I see his face! He haunts me with disorder! Shut the fuck up!
What is happening? Smile. Hello. He died because no cows.
I'm trying to move on with my life. He's dead. He's not coming back. Sorry, I went to get water. It's just like, you know that Akira meme? Ah! Leave me alone! Ah! Ah! Akira! Akira! Everywhere I go, he fucking haunts me. I've never preferred the authentic Japanese breakfast when I'm back home. I don't have the time for it. I usually make do with toast. I can't remember the last time I ate a truly satisfying breakfast. Damn. And my stomach's gurgling already. I wonder where the dining room is. Entrance. Enticed by the wonderful aroma, I raise my futon. You know what I bet? I bet that he doesn't know where the dining room is, right? He's gonna randomly look around for the dining room and then accidentally bumped into the girls like getting changed because he doesn't know where the fuck it is. Enticed by the wonderful aroma, I rise from my futon. I change out of my nightwear and into my day-to-day clothes, then set off through the halls in search of some sustenance. It's relatively early in the morning, about 7 or so. The sliding doors that line the hallways are all closed. I can't hear any noise from them. Maybe the other guests are still asleep. The smell leads me out of the ryokan and across the garden. It's a warm day, the sky bright and blue, but I still haven't seen anybody else around. I wonder where are they? I follow the perimeter of the gates and then come to a second building similar to the style to the ryokan. This must be where the dining room is. I let myself inside and remove my shoes at the front door. I step into a pair of indoor sandals and begin my search. I make my way through the corridors, turning this way and that until I come before a set of sliding doors. Oh, I know where this is going. The aroma I've been following is stronger here than anywhere else. I think this is it. Pardon me. I slide the open door and then... It's not gonna be what you thought it was. I blink, taken aback. This room is much warmer and muggier than the other rooms in the ryokan. The interior decor is a little different too. The floor is wooden, not tatama, and it's crammed with countertops and electrical appliances. There are no chairs and no tables, unless you count the large table situated in the middle of the room. This isn't a communal dining area. It's not even big enough for a start. This must be a kitchen. The sink is piled high with dishes and saucepans, and soapy suds felt about the rooms. Various ingredients are strewn upon the table. A bag of miso powder among them. A cutting board is laid out. A few remnants of chopping green onion and ginger still stuck to it. There's an old-fashioned gas plate resting upon one of the countertops. A kettle sits upon one ring, boiling away, while the strandless steel saucepan rests on the other. Oh, hello.
Golly, emoji flushed face. Goddamn.
Those eyes. Those eyes again. Golly. And standing by the saucepan, an apron wrapped about her middle is Hifumi. You know, you're right. I'm very picky with food, but the soup, at least, that actually looks really good. Why does anime food always look fucking delicious compared to our food, you know? She's the only person in the kitchen. I can't see any other staff. Is she really taking care of the breakfast preparations on her own? Hifumi, what are you doing here?
Oh, Hiroka.
Sorry. Hifumi smiles. If she's at all surprised to see me, she doesn't show it. Her mild expression makes it look like she was waiting for me.
It's nice to see you awake so early. I was afraid you might be tired, and after the events of last night. How are you faring, dear?
I'm doing well enough, but what about you? Why are you in the kitchen? I thought you were a guest.
I am a guest, but I rather enjoy cooking. It relaxes me. When I heard that this ryokan was understaffed, I offered a helping hand. I thought it would be fun.
This place is understaffed?
Oh yes. The head chef came down with a nasty fever at the start of this week. The staff were in quite a tizzy about it.
And how did you find out about that?
One of the waitresses told me about it at breakfast. When I first...
This voice acting is amazing. FR laughing.
I don't know if you're making fun of me or not. Because I don't think I'm doing a good job, but still.
FR.
When I first checked in 5 days ago,
Not.
the meal was delayed and the food we were served was of subpar quality.
Actually good.
The poor waitress was very apologetic. She bowed so much she almost knocked over her head against the table. Wait, what? Sorry. She almost knocked her head against the table. For a second, I thought it was some fucking, like, Frankenstein, like, accidentally, like, hits his fucking knee against the table and the head tumbles off with the fucking, like, on the plate, like it's some horror comedy. I was afraid she would put her... I was afraid she had put too much strain upon herself. The poor thing. I couldn't stand by and do nothing. I asked if I could work in the kitchen if they needed the extra hands. The waitress tried to deter. Oh no, she said. I couldn't possibly impose on you like that. But I insisted. I talked my way into a position as a temporary chef, just for a while.
What the fuck? What is this?
This is a visual novel.
What is it?
It's a visual novel about succubuses.
And what's the game code?
Sakura Succubus 2. My brother just walks in and goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh
Yeah, that
no.
did just happen. I agree.
It's like, he comes back and goes, "Yeah, that did just happen. I agree. Okay, bye." He closes the door again.
Travis walked in.
Just for a while, you understand. When the head chef has regained his strength, I will step aside.
I see. I guess that explains what Hifumi's doing here, but...
And what about the rest of the staff? They're busy preparing the dining room. I told them I didn't need any help here. I've done most of the work already. You're welcome to stay if you want, Hirika. You can keep me company.
Are you sure that's okay? I don't want to get you in trouble.
I'm sure it will be fine. Nobody needs to know that you've been in here. I promise I won't tell.
Hifumi raises her index finger to her lips in a way that makes my heart thud. No, my Lego studs! My purple studs!
This kitchen is quite lovely, and I would appreciate having somebody to talk to while I work. And you can give me useful feedback too.
What sort of feedback?
You can tell me how my miso soup tastes.
Hifumi scoops a bit of miso soup up in a cetrametic spoon and holds it up to me. Pardon me. The liquid shimmers in the sunlight like liquid amber. Tell me that doesn't look fucking delicious. The spoon looks like egg. I can see a small bite-sized lump of tofu lying on that spoon, soaked in soup. There's a few curlicues of spring onion too. My stomach, desperate for food, does a somersault inside my body. I'm so hungry. Hifumi's food doesn't just smell good, it looks good too. I can't resist when she holds it out to me like that. Not the Lego! What did you say? What the fuck does that mean? Not the Lego, I'm oomping her. What the fuck does that mean? Alright, thanks for the food. Isn't... I think the only other... I think there's bits and pieces of... Want to know something cringe? I know a few Japanese words only from anime and food. Not anime, anime and like I would say game, but like, just because I know how to say it doesn't mean I know what the fuck I'm saying, right? And I know that sounds cringe, right? And I believe "thank you for the food" in Japanese. I'm gonna butcher this, so I apologize in advance. But I'm pretty sure it's pronounced "ikadakimasu." How cringy is that? That I know how to say "thanks for the food" in Japanese because of anime. How fucking cringy is that? It's like, what was it? Like, I know fucking Hanzo's ult from, Overwatch. I think it's like the spirit of the dragon, or like the dragon spirit becomes you, and it's like, Kuru Wagateshi Kure! And I just love fucking yelling that out, because it's just so fun to say, you know? It may be, like, even if you find it cringe, it is such, like, when you're, like, yelling it out, it really is fun. And what's funny is, I don't know how to say the Genji one, and my brother doesn't know how to say the Hanzo one, but I know how to say the Hanzo one, and my brother knows how to say the Genji one. Yuga Tagekeshi Kure is, I think, the Genji one. Yuga Tagekeshi Kure! Kure Wagateshi Kure! I duck my head and open my mouth. Hifumi brings the spoon to my lips, and I slurp her miso soup obediently. I know what either of you gonna say. Don't say any shit. I don't want to hear any fucking weird, like, hey yo. I know you, especially Henry's gonna say something fucking weird.
Emoji flushed face.
Exactly that shit.
So,
Hifumi smiles sweetly, still holding the spoon aloof.
what do you think of my soup? Is it good?
I hold the soup in my mouth for a few moments, savoring it. It soaks into my tongue, infiltrating my senses with rich and subtle flavor. You know what that reminds me of? You know that meme where it's the dude tasting sugar and it's like, taste it, salivate it, absorb it, listen to it. It's like, and he just keeps going. It's just like the old man, like, taste it, savor it, sense it. It's like he just keeps going on and on, just. I thought that said 5-second rule. Like, did you drool it? What the fuck do you mean 5-second rule? 5 seconds pass before I can finally bring myself to swallow. The soup slides down my throat and settles in my stomach, warming me from within. Ah. I sigh, satisfied. I only had a little bit of Hifumi's soup, but that was much more than enough to gauge her skills. Bitch really said, ew, eating is for plebs. Eating is cringe, surviving is cringe. Her cooking ability is without par. It wouldn't be hyperbolic to say, without par, Gator golf reference! Gay golf reference! That was the best miso soup I've had in my life. Your cooking is almost as good as my mother's.
You didn't have to describe eating.
Mush, mush, crunch. Sir, I believe there is a nail in my gums.
Emoji rainbow flag. Emoji rainbow flag.
Your cooking is almost as good as my mother's. Off to visit your mother! Ha!
Only almost?
Hifumi's brow furrowed.
Then it seems I still have my work cut out for me. I cannot afford to lose to your mother.
Why does my mother's cooking matter? I mean, you're a stranger to me, with all due respect. Why does it matter?
I will keep working hard, and one day I'm sure I will be able to best her.
Your mother cooking.
Shut the fuck up. I beg of you, shut the fuck up about the cows. Hifumi's still smiling, but she looks pretty fired up.
Smile.
Maybe she's more competitive than she lets on. Imagine, like, being upset because some person said their mother cooking was better. I guess you take cooking pretty seriously, huh?
Oh yes, it is one of my passions. I cannot settle for being third rate or even second best.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat.
I want to make food that is more delicious than anything else you have ever tasted.
Me? Why me? Why me specifically? Me in particular? Yeah, why me?
Yes, you.
Hifumi nods decisively.
I forgot what got scared of swearing.
I know I have not known you all that long, Hiroka, but I would like to make you happy all the same. You make me very happy when you praise my movies, you see. So now I would like to return the favor. If this soup is not up to your standards, I will have to keep working on it. I won't be satisfied until you say it is the best miso soup you had ever tasted. Ho ho ho!
Sorry, that was cringe. Right, good luck with that. It seems like I flipped some sort of switch inside Hifumi. She's rolling up those long sleeves of hers with newfound determination near her eyes blazing. Or her eyes blazing. Determination! Undertale reference! Sans! I think her soup was good already, but I won't question her if she wants to keep working on it. I think her dedication is kind of admirable, actually. Hifumi isn't at all like Ayu. She's not a bit two-faced. To each their own. She really must love her fans. Look, I appreciate if she loves her fans, but let's not get carried away. We don't want her to love her fans, you know, you catch my drift. Oh, wow, fucking hell, that almost, I was about to, I don't know why, but like, that triggered a violent response in me. Like, I almost wanted to punch you over the internet. I don't know, like, I don't really care for this new character. I almost fucking just, I don't know why, that triggered a very violent response. I apologize.
It's alright.
After my brief with Hifumi in the kitchen, I make my way to the dining room. Is it Maria? Oh, I think it's Marina. Marina, Ayu, and Cosmos must have woken up already because I find the three of them there dressed and waiting for their breakfast. Once the food is served, we've eaten our fills, I decide to go for a walk through the garden. I like being with Cosmos, Ayu, and Marina, but sometimes it's nice to be on my own too. There's nobody else in the garden, which means there's nobody to disturb me. I breathe in the clean mountain air and luxurious in the simple stretching of my legs. It sure is nice to get away from the city. It cuts to the city and it's just Sonic being chased by a giant truck pushing innocent civilians' cars, toppling them down the hill.
some comments. Yanasubi isn't the only thing she wants in
I've had to make the most of these days. Come next week, I'll be back to the daily grind. I bet my boss will inundate me with work the moment I get back to the office. I have a headache just thinking about it. I can't believe this. I've finally gotten away from my boss, but I still can't stop thinking about him. He's infiltrated my mind. I sit down on the bench overlooking an ornamental pond. Let my fingers fist in my hair. I thought that said my mouth. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Why can't I just relax? I don't want to go back to work just yet. I don't even want to think about work. I guess I gotta stick with my job for now, though. I've always liked photography. It was my hobby as a teen. That's why I decided to become a photographer at Sakura Daily. People say you should try to get a job in the field you like. That way you never have to work a day in your life. Foolishly, I believe them. While I still enjoy photography, my passion for it is starting to wane. It's hard to stay enthused about something when it becomes an obligation, and it's even harder to enjoy said obligation when you have an angry boss breathing down your neck. Oh, woe is me. At least I can stay here for a few more days. I'll just kick back and take it easy. Chainsaw Man reference! Bam 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 bam. Beep beep. Crazy frog. No, we can't kill the boss.
Jamison is the boss.
Get me pictures of Spider-Man. Oh, is it the fucking? It's the fucking. The you know, the Japanese Spider-Man. The emissary from hell. My phone's buzzing. I wonder who that is. With any luck, it'll be Marina asking we can meet up. Or maybe my parents asking for the latest news. Re my life. I have a pretty bad feeling about this, though. I know exactly who it'll be, even before I slide my phone out of my pocket. It's my boss, isn't it? Of course, it's that bastard. My boss knew I was going away for a week. I even asked him not to contact me unless it was an emergency. And here he is, sending me more messages. What does he want? I scroll through his messages quickly. It's long and rambling, like always, but it essentially boils down to this. He has a new job lined up for me already, huh? My boss wants me to take some photos of an upcoming sports star for an article when I get back to Tokyo. He's provided me some details about her, such as her name, her age, and her accomplishments. Hazel Williams, is it? Her name sounds vaguely familiar. I think she's a tennis player. My dad's pretty fond of tennis. He likes to tell me about it whenever I go and see him. I'm not invested in tennis or sports in general, but I guess I'd better drum up some interest if I'm to meet this Hazel girl. Spider-Man! Really though, Hazel Williams. That doesn't sound like a very Japanese name. Was she really born in this country? Apparently so. According to my boss's messages, she represented Japan in some national tennis tournament, so she must be part Japanese. Maybe her dad's American. I wonder what she looks like. My boss has sent me a few links to various MyTube videos. I guess this must be the footage of Hazel. I'm technically on vacation, but it can't hurt to check a few of these videos out, right? If I'm going to photograph this girl, I need to know what she looks like beforehand. That's not how you... Is that really how you use the word Can you use that in that sentence? Am I just an idiot, or like, is that how you like just say like take a picture of someone? Like, if I'm going to photograph this girl, I don't think you're supposed to use that in that type of sentence. Right? Am I wrong? Oh, look at the stone things. It's a Fortnite map. Watching her play might give me a few ideas of potential poses too. When you photograph celebs, particularly sporting stars, dull and static poses are a no-go. Action shots are where it's all at. Let's see. I open the link to one of my MyTube videos and wait for it to load. The Wi-Fi around here is pretty spotty, so it takes a while.
Fortnite crossover when?
The video loads for a good 2 minutes. Oh. She's kind of adorable. But when it finally starts, my attention is completely captured. The Hazel Williams in this short clip is well proportioned woman with a tan complexion. That's not a tan, is it? Her tone is literally my tone. It's like, that's because I barely go out. Her tone is literally my skin tone. Her hair is pulled back into a ponytail and she's wearing a striped shirt and a cute pleated skirt. Rejected Pokemon Go music as a bitch. Although her top bothers me because I don't think like the thing, like the blue and white, I don't think that's an actual outfit. No, wait. There are such thing as sports bra, so maybe that actually is a like actual accessory. Maybe I'm just wrong. Second game seemed to be a lot of timid downs like photos compared to the first game, which is nice. She gripped the tennis racket in one hand, her face a mask of concentration. The opponent, a mousy-haired woman of little note, hits the ball across the net. Hazel watches its trajectory, her eyes keen like a hawk. Then she strikes. Yo, did you know there was there was a really cool thing, right? Where it's like people were worried that like if they lose a tennis ball, right? They're worried that like, could they just wear a skirt? Like they're worried that like might show something or whatever. But there's the thing where basically there's a little pockets in the skirt so they can like have spare tennis balls rather than having to like, you know? And I thought that was a really cool and smart design. So like it's kind of like a combination of like legging boxers, but like with the skirt. So like even if like the skirt does fly up, you wouldn't see anything because it's like regular boxers, which I think is a really neat design. I'm like, this looks like shit. She darts forth, the powerful muscles in her thighs rippling as she returns the ball to the other side of the court. Her opponent tries to parry, but she's too slow. She can't make it in time. And that's game to Williams. She's taken the championship. Williams wins with a score of 6-2. Williams wins. Alrighty. Hazel drops her racket. She turns to the camera and beams brightly despite the exhaustion evident on her brow. She smiles a large toothy grin, her face flustered and sweaty, and strikes a victory pose. I did it! I won! Her enthusiasm is infectious, even from the other side of the screen. This video was uploaded 18 hours ago. I guess this must be the footage from the tournament yesterday. That's what I'm saying, like this fucking sucks. the furo's already over and done with, but I feel excited simply watching Hazel. She's so cute and bubbly, it's hard not to root for her. You literally have 3 girlfriends. And I pass out. She's pretty impressive. I wonder what the comments say. I don't usually bother trawling through the comments on MyTube, though the internet's anonymity can be a blessing. At other times it can be a curse. I don't think tank tops, but they're specially designed like tops, so like it's not loose. People seem particularly quick to show the worst side of themselves on comment section like MyTube. If I had 100 Ys for every time I've seen MyTube comments section degrade and descend into chaos and anarchy, I'd be richer than Marina. To my relief, however, I find this comment section is relatively tame. Most of the replies are supportive of Hazel, if a little lecherous. Hazel really is adorable. Her little fang is to die for. Her thighs are even more thick than a strawberry milkshake. What a goddess! For such a young athlete, her form is excellent. You can tell she practices a lot. She's always so cheerful. Watching her never fails to make me happy. She's the pride and joy of Japan. We all love you, Hazel. And what I wouldn't give for her to crush me to death between those thighs of hers. Did any of you guys know that she's a lesbian? I saw an article about it online. There are pictures of her kissing another woman. I just wish that was me. Hey guys, am I out of my mind? Or is Hazel not wearing any panties? Pause the video at 0:27 and take a look. This could be big if true. No panties, huh? I doubt that's true. There's no way an up-and-coming athlete like Hazel Williams would be allowed to play in public television match commando. But those comments they feel like real YouTube comments, just to like nice and supportive to really fucking weird and creepy, you know? They feel like actual fucking comments I would see watching someone's like YouTube video, you know what I mean? Like those feel like, is it just me that feel like those feel like real YouTube comments? Probably the developers looked at the comments from the people playing the first Sakura Succubus and just looked through the comments and seen the different types of fucking, you know? She's in London! Da 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 da. But her tan, sweaty thighs are very appealing. I wouldn't mind seeing a little more of her if you catch my drift. I follow the instructions of that one unconspicuous comment and start the video at 0:27. Then I stare at my screen, my eyes narrowed with laser-like focus. Yo, POV, this was me seeing, like, watching that one, you know, the fucking art streamer on Twitch I was talking about the other day. See when she fucking slips up and gets banned. And start the video at 0:27. Then I stare at my screen, my eyes narrowed with laser-like focus. I think I can see a flash of something flesh-colored beneath the plaits of her shorts. White skirt, but it's so blurry I can't really tell. Maybe she's just wearing skin-colored undies? That must be it. But now I feel dumb for getting my hopes up. What the fuck? Oh, imagine doing this shit looking through like a fucking female cricket championship or whatever. Like, it's just, Are you really that down bad and desperate to watch fucking tournaments like this and shit just for that reason? What the fuck, man? She's London! She was kissing other girls! She's London! Well, duh. Why'd you ever want to look at Hazel's rear? It's not like you're so desperate you need to lust after every pretty girl. You already have IU, Cosmos, and Marina. Isn't enough enough? Besides, if this other comment is to be believed, Hazel doesn't even like men. I wonder if she really is a London. I guess it could all be her hearsay. I could always look it up online and the supposed photo of her kissing another woman, but I decided to leave off for now. That's what I'm saying, like, what the fuck? I think it's like, if you're that desperate, just get off the internet, man. Fucking, like, I'm not judging, but at that point, just touch some grass, you know? Because there is no saving you if you're that desperate. Just touch some fucking grass, man. I could always look at but decided to leave off for now. I wasted enough time scrutinizing the pixels of this tournament footage. Lesbian or not, she seems like an interesting woman. I think I'd like to meet her. Photographing her sounds like a fun idea. Sounds like fun. So I'm betting that she won't want to talk to me because I'm a guy, right? So I will be forced to cross-dress, and then she will hit on me, and I'm like, I'll have to fucking endure it because, you know, it's fucking weird to be hit on while pretending to be a girl because I need this for my fucking job, you know? I type out a quick reply to my boss's email. I briefly consider sending a message to my dad too. Being a huge tennis nut, I bet he'd be able to provide me with an ample information about Hazel. He'd probably be excited too to know that I was a shot of photography. My bad. He'd probably be excited too to know that I have a shot of photographing her. But in the end, I decided against it. I can tell him later. Right now, I think I'd rather go back to my room and relax. I rise from the bench and stretch, raising my arms above my head. My body feels tense, my shoulders stiff. I always get like this when I have to talk to my boss, even over email. He's so demanding. I wanted to relax more, darn it. I turn, ready to leave the garden behind me, but... Oh! Oof! Kia, I smack into something very soft and squishy, like 2 loaves of freshly baked bread. I'm not sure if that's how physics work, but whatever.
Kurika?
It looks like I'm pressed against Cosmos's with very nary an inch of space between us. I must have bumped into her, and by the sound of it, it was with some degree of strength. Are you alright? I didn't hurt you, did I?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
My chest absorbed most of the impact. They're kind of like airbags, you see.
Right. I don't know if that's a mental image I really need, but I'm glad everything seemed to be okay. I'd hate to give my cute girlfriend any bumps or bruises, even accidentally.
Thank you for being so considerate, though. You truly are the best boyfriend a girl could have.
With a cute, girlish giggle, Cosmos nuzzles closer to me. Nah, Henry, nah, look. You can't just go and say that. You can't just say that.
You said that.
We're not skipping past that, Henry. That is the fucking craziest shit you have said so far in this stream. She smells pretty good and she feels good too. Hey, whoa, hold on. Although our embrace was rather sudden nature, I might be enjoying this a bit too much. I should probably put a stop to things before they get too out of hand. I love you too, but could you give me a bit of air? If anybody sees us out here, we might get in trouble.
Oh yes, you are quite right. I'm sorry. I was so happy to see you, I simply couldn't help myself. Perhaps I acted a bit too forward.
Cosmos takes a step back, smiling shyly. I don't regret it if that's funny. I mean, he constantly says some fucking wild shit. So like, he constantly says some out-of-pocket shit or some fucking wild shit. So I'm just pointing out that's the craziest shit he said this stream, because other streams, he'll say other fucked shit.
When I'm with you, I sometimes forget that I'm a succubus. I was drawn to you because of your unique scent, which is like honey to a succubi, but you treat me with much more kindness than anybody else has. When we're together, I feel like I'm really your girlfriend. I really am your girlfriend.
Yeah, he says a lot of fucked shit.
My face starts to turn red and my heart flutters in my chest. I get all excited and then, well...
Cosmo's smiles takes on a rueful ting.
I forget myself. We succubi aren't humans, though we may look human. We're a lot stronger than your kind. If I started clinging to you, I could have hurt you. And if that happens, I would never have forgiven myself. And I bet Marina and Ayu would never forgive me either. They love you a lot too. I'm not so sure about that.
Oh shit, that's me. I'm not so sure about that. I know Marina and Ayu are fond of me, however much Ayu tries to pretend otherwise, but I don't know if they love me in the traditional sense. Marina seemed to like me as a pet, whereas Ayu, well, who knows what's going on with that girl. She's so tempestuous and flighty, I doubt she even fully understands her own feelings.
Hey, Hiroka.
Cosmos peers at me.
Are you alright? You look deep in thought about something.
Kind of, I guess.
Is it about work?
Yeah, it is. How'd you know?
I was walking through the garden taking some pretty photos.
Photo? What the fuck? No. Pretty photographies.
I was walking through the garden taking some pretty photographies.
Of course she was. Being a rapid pond star with millions of followers, Cosmos takes photos of almost everything. She's even crazier about photography than I am. I probably said this in the other fucking thumbs. I checked the stream and I just see you thumbs upping each other. What the fuck what did I stumble across? Yeah, but like, I probably said this in the previous game, but every time I hear I know her name's Cosmos, but every time I hear the word Cosmo, right, or Cosmos, right, I keep thinking of fucking Cosmo from fairy godparents, you know? And it just, what am I know it's a succubus, but I keep thinking of the fucking fairy. She's even crazier about photography than I am. When I saw you sitting on this bench, you were looking at your phone, and your brow was creased. That's the look you always wear when your boss messages you, so I figured it was work-related. Phew. I whistle. That's some good guesswork. You're like a regular detective. No, please don't give me that expression. That is a really adorable expression. No, I'm not smart enough. And who told you that? The rest of my sisters say I'm stupid. You in particular. I think she has a point. I'm slow. It's hard for me to learn new things. I could never memorize dance steps like you, or work in business like Marina. I'm not clever at all. But you figured out how I was feeling and what was wrong with me, all from a glance. You might disagree with me, but I think that's pretty clever. It's not. I can tell how you feel because we've spent a lot of time together. It's because I'm your girlfriend. I used to be bad at understanding emotions too. I always said I had trouble reading the atmosphere, whatever that means. I thought maybe I was a defective succubus. I don't understand humans or myself. I don't know what my purpose was, but I think I've gotten better at all of this after being with you. You shut the fuck up about Among Us. We're not here for Among Us. If you want Among Us, go back to the Among Us stream, Among Us. Now I'm just thinking of like all the three sisters, right, and the main character in a photo, right, and it just says there's an imposter among us. You help me understand nice feelings like love and happiness, but also dark and negative feelings like jealousy and loneliness. I've never really experienced those things until now. It's all new for me, but Cosmos rests her hand against her breast, just above her heart. I cherish each and every one of them. Thank you, Hurika, for helping me. You've done more for me than you can imagine. So if possible, I would like to lend an ear for your worries too. No Among Us? Whoa!
Sorry, I thought it said something else.
I want to be with you, if you don't mind. Cosmos looks so utterly adorable, my heart lurches. She's so sweet, it should be illegal. Cosmos? Yes, Hurika? You do more than enough for me already, but don't worry about me, I'll be fine. I'm Marina and Ayu, and you too. You're all very precious to me. I cup Cosmos's cheek in my hand, then dip my head. My lips meet hers for a brief, gentle kiss, which she sighs into. Hurika. She smiles tremendously. I love you. I'm cringing. I'm cringing. I'm cringing. I'm cringing. And I love you too. I love you loads. How much is loads exactly? I can't quantify it. Can't you try? Numbers make things easier to understand. Well, emotions don't really work like that. They're not always logical, but let's see. I love you more than there are stars in space. How's that?
Oh, you.
Cosmos shakes her head. I don't think she entirely believes this bold claim, but the smile on her lips still doesn't waver.
That can't be true. There are billions and billions and billions of stars in space. I doubt any human has the ability to love anybody that much. You're flattering me.
Of course I am, but there is a problem with that. I am your boyfriend after all. Oh, but is there a problem with that? I am your boyfriend after all.
Eureka.
Thank you. Cosmos winds her arm around me, and I escort her to the beach where I sat, the bench where I sat before. We both sink down upon it. Cosmos shivers as the cool stone presses against her bare thighs. Cosmos lets her hand fall against my shoulder. Cosmos lets her head fall against my shoulder. A few loose strands of her cyan hair tickles my nose. She's so close to me, I can smell her shampoo. It's very sweet, like strawberries. Everything about Cosmos is sweet. It's no wonder she's so popular. She has a huge amount of male fans, so we have to be careful when we're together. If anybody knew I was dating Cosmos, my life wouldn't be worth living. Back in Tokyo, the two of us had to be very careful whenever we went out on dates. But now we're in the countryside. We can afford to throw caution to the wind. It's nice to sit with the Cosmos alone and enjoy the moment. I know I won't get chances to do this when I leave the Ryokan. I need to make the most of my time while I can. What did you fucking say? Ah, okay, it's not that bad. You know I can see your comments! You know I have to manually review your comments? I can see! I have to manually review your comments! I can see what you type! I look at Henry's and he's like, oh, that's not bad. And then fucking Pizza Man. I don't know, it still says it's held for review, so I don't know if you can see each other's comments, but it's like, I can see the shit you send, even if other people can. Do you just think I can't see it? Alright, just wait, let me... My bad. This is like, I hate it when hair tickled me. I'll probably push her. I'm like, oh, that's not bad. And I see fucking Pizza Man's fucking response. That is two different. They're not even two sides of the fucking coin. That's like two cracks on the same pavement. Like, you know how many cracks there are, like, on the pavement? You just go, my bad! My bad! And to think that excuses the shit I've seen. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, it's fucking funny to me. Okay, go back there. Hirika. Cosmos looks at me, her heart-shaped face tilted Ascus. What the fuck does that mean?
Are you still thinking about work?
You got me. Sorry about that. I know I came here to unwind, but it's harder than it seems.
It's alright. I understand. I'm finding it hard to relax too.
You are? Cosmo shifts on the bench, perhaps trying to get comfy. She nuzzles her cheek against my shoulder and sighs.
Since I'm an internet celebrity, I always have to work. I can never take any time away, or my fans will get restless.
Yes, the fuck you can! I do this by choice. Like, I willingly stream by choice. If I chose to, I could just go, nah, I'm not streaming. Then they can move on and watch someone else, you know? You do have a choice. They may not be good choices, but they're choices nonetheless. What? Fake your death. Ah, man, I don't feel like streaming today. People might unsubscribe. Oh, I know. Fake my fucking death. That is such a fucking... That is such the sanest response someone could... Like, do you mind if I, like, oh, people aren't gonna let me take a break? I guess I'll fake my death, you know? Come back to the, like, have an open funeral, so, like, all the fans there, and I just, like, come around with the, like, in the Grim Reaper mask. Get pranked, bitch! It just traumatize, like, people, fucking mentally scar them and emotionally scar them. Okay, guys, back at it again with another stream, except I am in prison for the mental manipulation and scars that I have put on my fans, and I have 75 restraining orders, and there's 137 still in waiting. So, it may be a while before I get out of here, but, you know, it was funny. Like and subscribe, and I'm probably sorry, but maybe not that sorry. Goodbye, and it cuts to the fucking outro. Boom, 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 boom. It's just Ali A's outro, intro. I just steal his intro. Boom, 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 boom. Shit, my bad.
I wanted to relax too and spend time with you, but I have to upload new photographies to my Rabbit Pond account every day. That's why I've been taking a lot of pictures. I'm appreciative of my fans, of course. It's because of them that I'm able to continue manifesting in the human world. Without their love and support, I wouldn't have the strength to keep going. But they can be quite demanding. It's hard satisfying the expectations of all these people. Sometimes I think it would be easier to give all this fame up. I never really wanted to be famous anyway. But if I did, I wouldn't be able to stay in the human realm. I wouldn't be able to spend time with you. It's a dilemma.
Oh, fuck, my bad. Did I ruin the moment? Goes in for a disgusting burpee kiss. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that is nasty. Man, that sounds hard. I never knew you had it so rough.
Nice, welcome back, Henry.
I thought e-girls had pretty cute, what? I thought e-girls had pretty cutesy lives, all things considered, but I suppose even they have worries. I can tell Cosmos is giving her job her all. She wants to satisfy all her fans, but she has over 1 million of them. In that sense, it's almost like she has over 1 million bosses. They're all pulling her in different directions, demanding new content on the daily. Cosmos is doing her best to make them happy. but it's not possible to satisfy everyone. Well, do your best. Hang in there. I pulled Cosmos's slender body a little closer to mine and wind my arm around her shoulder. I don't know if I can help in any practical sense, but I'm always here to listen. I'll do my best to ease your stress however I can. I don't want you to make yourself sick. You will take good care of yourself, won't you? Cosmos is spaced out. She's exactly the kind of person who might forget to eat or clean up her house without a bit of prompting. I'll do my best, but if I fail on that score, would you mind looking after me? You know, just to piss off the others, sure. Tell Cosmo she should learn to take care of herself. Well, I mean, we've already been over this. Even if we tell her she needs to be more careful and blah blah blah, she doesn't listen. She may be cute, but there's not a single fucking brain cell in that succubus skull of hers. So if I don't take care of her, nobody else will. Because her sister has been trying to drill into her skull to be more careful, or this, that, and the third.
Not the hottest though.
You know, it's like... Sure, why not? I mean, I can't really bring myself to give the other option, because she probably won't listen. Tell Cosmos you'll look after her. Of course I'll look after you. I don't mind a bit. In fact, it would be my pleasure. I kiss Cosmos again, and she sighs against my mouth. Our tongues brush together, and I taste her saliva. It's very sweet, just like the rest of Cosmos. Still, I draw my lips away from Cosmos and smile sheepishly. I'm sure a lot of people would be surprised to know that a succubi have so many concerns. I guess we'll have to work to make a living in this world, huh? That's right. We might be a different species, but we're not so very dissimilar. Some succubi look down on humans. They treat them like lesser beings, our princess included. But I think those succubi are wrong. These humans are important too. You don't have the powers we do, but you're all working to make ends meet. I like how tenacious you are. It's admirable. And I think you're admirable too. Wait. Oh, okay. And I think you're admirable too. You might be having a hard time with work, but don't give up. I believe in you, Hirika. Thanks. I'll do my best to believe in me too. I was feeling kind of down after receiving that message from my boss, but this conversation with Cosmos has helped flip my negative feelings around. She's a succubus and I'm a human, but we're both doing our best to achieve our goals. In the past, I stretched over my job on my own. I didn't have a girlfriend or any close friends to confide in. But now I have Cosmos, Ayu, and Marina. I'm not alone. A lot of people are cheering me on, and I don't want to let them down. And Hirika, one more thing. What is it? Well, I don't want you to think I'm jealous or anything. That isn't it. You might be my boyfriend, but I don't mind having an open relationship. I know Marina and I love you, and I don't want to tear you apart from them. They're my sisters too, though we're not related by blood, and I also love them. I would be happy if we could all be happy together, but Ayu was right. You should be wary of Hifumi. She's more aggressive than she looks. If you give her a chance, she'll make a move on you. Don't let your guard down, or you could end up her slave. Yeah, there was something like that in the first game about something like, I don't know how they do it, but something like that thing that would like enslave people, but you know, I think it said would make the taste a little less pleasant. Would Hifumi really try to do something like that? She seems so nice. She might seem nice, but looks can be deceiving. You should be careful, Hirika. With that woman around, you might be in danger. Don't be taken in by her sweet facade. You have to keep in mind that she's an actress. And she's much, much better at hiding her true intuitions than Ayu. Or intentions, sorry. Yeah, it's just still can't believe. Like, this is an alright series, but the fact that it's fucking nearly 7 of these fucking games is fucking baffling! Like, there's 6 on PlayStation, but I believe there's like a couple more on PC as well. Despite Cosmos's warnings, the rest of my day passes without event. I don't see Hifumi for the whole evening. If Hifumi does want to make me her slave, she sure is playing the long game. Does she really want that though? It seemed out of character, coming from such a mild-mannered woman.
Characters or the same?
I can't imagine if Hifumi playing the role of a dominatrix. That role is far better suited for Marina. Well, whether Hifumi has a dark side or not, it seems my time at this Ryukin will be more interesting than I anticipated. I think it's like there's the same characters, but like this game, they're introducing new characters like Hazel and Hifumi. So like, imagine every new character, every 4 new characters being added a fucking game! The following day passes quite like the previous one. I'm roused by the smell of Hifumi's wonderful cooking and eat a delicious breakfast prepared by her hands. Then I go for a walk, not in the Ryukin's garden this time, but in the sprawling countryside around it. Oh my god, we're in the Predator's jungle. I take photographies at my leisure, using my phone and idle away the hours among the embrace of nature. Getting out of the city sure is relaxing. The air is nice and clean and the sky is so blue. The weather has been great throughout my stay. I only hope it holds up. Shut the fuck up. In a few days, I'll have to go back to Tokyo. I doubt I'll see Hifumi again after that. If she does want to make me hers, she'll have to make a start on her nefarious plans, but I can't see that happening anytime soon. Are Ayu and Cosmos paranoid? Being the youngest of the Succubus clan, it makes sense that they'd feel threatened by an older, beautiful, more experienced Succubus. I guess they don't know Hifumi as well as they know Marina as they're on their guard.
But I didn't. Wait.
Marina, for her part, seemed pretty close to Hifumi. She didn't make any unpleasant insinuations about her character. It really is a mystery. That night, I decided to go for a dip in the hot spring. The water of the spring is nothing sort of luxurious, and I'm sure it'll help me clear my head. I make my way to the changing room and my wooden sandals clanking against the tatami mat hallway. When I arrive, I strip off my clothing and wrap a towel around my waist. Then I set off for a private mixed genders hot spring that Marina booked for us. This hot spring is a secluded one, located a brief walk away from the male and female baths. It's a pleasant spot. The spring's lined with damp rocks, the air thick with steam. The water itself is clear and crystalline. I can see the moon reflected in the surface and all the stars. A cool breeze tugs at the thin towel and I shiver. Alright, that's enough admiring the scenery. If I don't step into the water, I'll catch a cold. I reach for the towel around my waist, ready to relinquish it in. Oh my, I thought I would be alone out here. Who is this? Ah. A tinkling bell-like voice makes me grip my towel even tighter around me. There's someone else here in the spring. Judging by their tone of voice, it's a woman. Who is it? Their voice does sound familiar, but I am in such a panicked state I can't think of who it might be. I'm a man at night, intruding upon a young woman, and we're all alone. This is a sexual harassment charge in the making. I could say it's an accident, but who would believe me? I'm in hot water here. Though not literally, not yet. I'm very sorry. I bow deeply, not that the mysterious woman can see me, and clutch my towel a bit tighter. If it was Ayu, Cosmos, or Marina in the hot springs, I wouldn't care about my nakedness, but I don't want to strip in front of a complete stranger. I should probably get going fast before I get accused of any suspect. But I'm not the one at fault here. This is a private hot spring. Marina booked it specifically for the four of us. There shouldn't be anyone else here. Who's the mysterious person bathing in the spring? If only the steam wasn't so thick, I might be able to see them better as it is. All I can make out is a vague outline. I can see the curves of a smooth back, white as porcelain, and the long black tresses. Could it be? That voice which apologizes now, I believed it belonged to a man. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is quite the conundrum. Has a parade come to steal my virtue? That would be quite unfortunate. Please, I beg of you, if you wish to have your way with me, do so quickly, and do not prolong the torturous process. Now, what's this person babbling about? No. You've got the wrong idea. I haven't come to take advantage of you or anything. I don't even know who you are. I thought the bath would be empty, I swear. This is all a misunderstanding. A misunderstanding? The woman blinks through the fog at me. So you do not wish to embrace me? No, that's the last thing I want. I'm not a criminal. Oh, I see. Now that is a pity. How is it a pity? Shouldn't you be relieved? You were the one crying out about your chastity just now. But of course, women must be modest about these kinds of things. It wouldn't do to cry, take me please, to the first intruder that came along. But encouraging, enticed beneath the light of the moon with a mysterious assailant does not sound somewhat romantic, but engaging. It's like something from a novel. A heavy sigh. Woe is me, I'm so disappointed. I went to all the effort of coming here to this private hot spring where nobody might overhear our moans of passion. So she does know she's intruding. Was this calculated from the very beginning? Yet you do not even wish to take advantage of the situation. What sort of man are you? I am not attractive enough to light the tender desire within your breast? What? Am I not attractive enough to light the tender desire within your breast? I can't really say. It's so steamy that I can't see your face. And I cannot see yours. Step forth, please, so that I may see you more clearly. I would like to know what gentleman I am conversing. Who would turn me down? I really don't think that's a good idea. I turn ready to leave, but then a cool gust of wind blows. It shakes the leaves on the trees and the privileged short towel that's wound around my waist. It parts the worst of the steam too, now that I can finally see. The woman sitting in the hot spring is none other than Who for me? My, Hifumi smiles. She doesn't seem at all embarrassed about her earlier utteration, and neither does she seem that surprised to see me.
Jesus.
Did she know I was here all along? I'm starting to wonder. Hey, Hifumi, were you teasing me?
No, whatever gave you that idea? You are one of my dear fans. I am very appreciative towards you. I would never dream of making you feel uncomfortable.
Or so she says, but her smile doesn't waver. Maybe Cosmos and I were right about her after all. She isn't the demure, elegant lady I thought she was. Right, well, I glance away from Hifumi awkwardly. It's hard to meet my idol in the eyes when she's wearing nothing more than a towel. I should probably go now. Don't want to bother you.
Oh no, don't leave. Though we are sharing the same lodging at the present, I've been so busy attending to chores, I haven't had the chance to speak to you all day. That you found me quite by chance, I might add, must be fate's way of saying we ought not be parted. Would you care to sit with me and dip your feet in the warm water? It should help alleviate the cold of this bleak night. Jeez, Hifumi's style of talking is so fancy. She sounds like she comes from a different era. Her Japanese is very refined and polite. And I'm not interested. No thanks.
Backshots would go crazy.
Refrain, please. Please refrain. I could get swept up in the melodic cadences of her voice. Don't give me that face. Okay. Her offer certainly sounds tempting. I came to this spring so I could relax in the water, but will I really be able to relax with Hifumi by my side?
Face red, droopy eyes.
I am not a party pooper. Besides, something about Hifumi's word doesn't sit quite right with me. You said our meeting was by chance.
What else could it be, other than the whims of fate? This is proof that we are simply meant to be together.
Yeah, right. Succubus might have inserted themselves into my once ordinary existence, but I still don't believe in fate. It's too vague and unscientific. Didn't you just say that you came into this private hot spring on purpose?
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did. You know you did. You said you came here on purpose so that nobody could hear out. Well, you should have known when you came here that this wasn't the regular woman's hot spring. You weren't hoping to run into me, were you?
Now that is quite the accusation. What would you do if I answered your allegations in the positive? Would you be disappointed in me, Hiroka? Would you think me helplessly wicked? Would you even stop being my fan?
What? No, of course not.
But you sound so serious. You make me feel as though I've done something wrong.
Technically, you did do something wrong. You trespassed in these private springs, which Marina booked for us. But I wouldn't hold it against you. I just want to know the truth. Did you really come here to meet me?
My, you're a sharp one, aren't you?
Hifumi laughed softly.
Yes, that is right. I knew full well that this hot spring was a private one. I am trespassing, I'll admit. But I did so only because I wished to see your face once more. It feels like it has been so long since we last spoke. I missed you.
You missed me.
Yes, indeed. Now that's hard to What is that? What is that word? Wait, is that what it means? Pause? Now that's hard to pause? Is that pause? Now that's hard to...
That should be Emmy, not him.
Now that's hard to pause. I can't imagine the famous actress Yamamoto Hifumi missing me. Pause? What the fuck? I don't know what passes mean. Pass? Pass? What does that mean? It's insane that she went out of her way to speak to me. I never thought she'd stoop to such underhanded methods. She seems like such a well-mannered woman.
Here.
But maybe Ayun Cosmos will write about her. She's more devious than she looks. I'm flattered, but why would you miss me? I'm nothing special. Tut tut. Hifumi wags one of her fingers in my direction. You may admonish me for lying, Hiroka, but that does not give you carte... Am I reading French, bitch? Oui, oui! Carte blanche to do so yourself. The fuck does that mean? What do you mean? I mean that you are not being entirely truthful either. You say you were not special, but that is untrue. It is blatant falsehood. If you were not special, Marina would not have taken such an interest in you. Nor Cosmo, nor Ayu. Refrain! Cease! This fact alone has made me very curious about you.
Bro Henry is wild and face orange raised eyebrow, face orange raised eyebrow.
My sisters are awfully picky when it comes to men. It's rare that they are all in agreement on anything. I can believe that. Ayu and Cosmos are always at one another's throats. It often falls upon Marina to act as their adjuster. My point being, as in you shouldn't be here, but you know, there's literally nothing I can do to like make you leave.
So like, the least you can do is like behave to a minimum.
They're all succubi, but in terms of taste and personality, they're quite dissimilar. They all seem to love you, though. Ayu and Cosmos are particularly smitten. God-smitten kitten? What the fuck does that mean? The way they fought over your affection the night prior was quite the sight. I was surprised, but also impressed. Happy, too. I was pleased for Cosmos. She always been so awkward, I feared she would never find a suitable partner. Ayu, too, can be quite difficult. She's bad at admitting her true feelings, and she frightens people away.
Did you guys, I mean, you didn't know, but like, apparently there is a infection in my belly button.
I've never seen her care for anybody quite so brazenly before. I felt like a proud big sister. I'm so glad my naughty younger siblings have grown up and discovered what love is, I thought to myself, but it has made me want to know more about you too.
What brought it up?
Can't you read, mate? It's Sakura Succubus.
If Ayu and Cosmos adore you, then you must be special. I had hoped we could speak more, so that I might just learn just how special you are.
I see. I can understand Hifumi's interest, at least, but now I'm beginning to wonder if I'll disappoint her. Tell Hifumi you'd like to talk to her more too. Tell Hifumi she shouldn't get her hopes up. You know, I'll say this because I love degrading myself so other people can, like, compliment me to make me feel special. Some twisted psychology of self-loathing just so I can hear other people's compliments about me.
You must stay focused.
Someone's like, what the fuck are you playing? Well, don't get your hopes up. I'm just an average guy. Ayu and Cosmos only took an interest in me because Marina did. And Marina only likes me because of my smell.
Ah, yes, your smell.
Hifumi's eyes soften.
I've not had the pleasure of conversing with you for as long as they have, but even I have noticed your particular aroma. It came to me on a gust of a breeze during our first encounter, and I've been unable to think of little else ever since. You do smell wonderful, Hiruka. You are even more fragrant than the fair islet.
What the fuck does that mean? Well, thanks, I guess. Since I'm a guy, I'm not used to being compared to flowers. It's not very manly. But I guess I'll take it. There's something else I'm curious about. What do you mean you can't read text? Do you mean chat text or the game text?
Text.
Oh, what do you mean you can't read it? Have you tried, like, changing, like, the you know, it's like, it should, the like, HD, da-da-da-da, you know? Or try restarting the stream? There's something else I'm curious about, though. If you wanted to talk to me so badly, why didn't you approach me earlier? Wouldn't that have been easier than waiting in this hot spring hoping I'd come along? There was no guarantee I would have come here tonight.
Means he was distracted by those big buns.
Oh my fuck. Ah.
I suppose not, but I thought this was my best option.
Exactly.
I truly have been busy working at this ryokan. I have little free time during the days to spare, not that I mind much. I enjoy good honest work and I particularly like employing my hands. Cooking and cleaning makes me happy. I don't have much time to spare you, intriguing though I find you.
Then isn't that all the more reason to speak to me directly?
But directness is far too harsh. It would remove the romance from our encounter. For true understanding to blossom, it must be done by chance, beneath the light of the moon. That is how all love stories start.
What the He's really trying to avert his eyes. In movies, maybe,
but movies are all I know. I have been an actress for over a decade, and I know how tales between men and women should unfold. Women who are too forthright are considered unladylike. If you want to maintain my appeal, I cannot afford to chase you down. All my time spent among you humans has taught me that women should be meek, shy, and graceful.
Don't call they going to distract me.
I have attempted to cultivate that image as best I can. A lady cannot be seen to look desperate. It simply does not do.
So that's why you wanted our meeting to look like an accident.
Yes, indeed. I'm glad you have grasped it so simply, Hiroka.
Hafumi's smile is light and refreshing. Pardon me. But it does little to ease my headache. It's fucking cold! What a convoluted way of going about things. I think Hafumi's idea of how women should act is a bit dated. Men might have preferred shy, passive flowers in the past, but it's the 21st century now.
The sky is bright.
Girls like Cosmos who post half-naked photos of themselves online are all the rage, not to mention bubbly idols like IU. In the future, could you come to me directly when you want to talk? It'd make things a lot easier.
You would prefer that? I fear that would ruin some of my charm.
I mean, you have no charm if I'm after men, so, you know, your whole thing is fucked up from the start.
But if that is what you like, I shall do my best.
Right, thanks. I'm glad this has been more or less cleared up, but speaking of being meek and shy, you weren't exactly mild when I first stumbled upon you. You practically begged me to ravish you.
I did?
You know you did.
Now that is funny.
Hifumi presses a finger to her lower lip. Ah! No, you can't say that! Hifumi presses a finger against her lower lip.
I'm sorry, but I can't quite recall saying anything of a sort.
Sure you can't. I heave a sigh. Hifumi can't be as modest as she makes out. If she was, she wouldn't be conversing to me by a hot spring of all places. This woman is full of contradiction. Is that a Danganronpa reference? Her true nature might even be harder to grasp than I use. At least I use just a tsundere. That simple trope I can understand. What about Hifumi though? Is she trying to mess with my head on purpose? Well, whatever. If you really can't remember what you said like 5 seconds ago, which I much very doubt, then I guess I'll let it slide.
Oh, are you going to drop the subject just like that?
Is that what you want?
I had hoped you might have probed a little deeper, yes?
Something about the word probe makes my face flush. It comes loaded with a lot of connotations. I try to be graceful and dignified, as a proper lady should. But I am not a normal woman.
My father was a Japanese man, but my mother was a succubus. Like the rest of my sisters, I too prey on the adorer of humans. That is what I really am. I act during my movies, yes, but I am always acting during my day-to-day life amongst you humans too. My
Hello. Henry, I cannot get into character if you're in the party. I would appreciate it if you left because I can't fucking continue this if you're in the party because it's bad enough you're in chat, but having you like hear me in the party, it feels weird. I can't. You gotta leave. I cannot
That's
concentrate.
exactly why I joined. I'm gonna leave now.
Okay, that's the end of the stream. Goodbye.
No, I'm leaving.
I can't fucking concentrate if you just silently. Thank you. See, he left. I can't fucking concentrate when he's silently listening to me. Like, hello.
My fans want me to be meek, mild, and submissive beauty. I do my best to...
What the fuck? Sorry, I thought someone was coming in.
I do my best to appease them, but it can get stifling. Sometimes I need to let off steam. Now we are in the... Sorry. Henry, you're such a prick. He probably joined knowing I can't fucking read. Now we are in the mountains. There's nobody else around. It's just me and you. And you. So why don't you answer my expectations? Won't you come into the spring with me? I can warm you up.
Hifumi's violet eyes flash like flames. I wouldn't really call that violet, that's more pinkish, but alright.
Think of it as a reward for being such a loyal fan of mine. I want to get to know you better, Hirika. I want to get to know you like my sisters have. Can I not? Is it no good? Are you not interested?
No. That isn't it. That's not it at all. I'm still your fan, Hifumi. I'm a huge fan. I love you.
Well, that is a relief. I was beginning to worry. But if you are my fan, why do you hesitate? Won't you come closer?
I would love to follow Hifumi, but Ayu and Cosmo's warnings are still ringing in my ears. They said that she would make me her slave. Just how true is that statement? Is Hifumi really dangerous? I don't know, but part of me worries if I step into the water after her, my life will change for good. As I stand on the edge of the hot spring pondering that I hear it. It's a loud angry cry and then the slapping of feet. Somebody's coming closer. It's just you just hear running and it cuts to the Finance of Freddy's one jump scare. Oh, hey you! Get away from my producer this instant, you harlot! Ah!
Oh my.
Yeah, it's just like when voicing characters, things I can't do is make sus type of noises and like crying and sad noises. Those are the two things I can't do. I can do other things, you know? Are you supposed to have a towel in the hot spring? Hifumi squeals is squeals cutely, her indigo eyes widening as a force of nature descends upon her. Said force of nature comes in the form of a young 20-something-year-old woman, resplendent with slender limbs, orange twin tails, and a fearsome scowl. Of course, it's none other than
Ayu?
Afumi blinks at Ayu cutely, one hand pressed against her cheek. She looks stunned, as well as she might. Well, I mean, they're not really twin tails, if they're not, you know, down. Ayu's back is turned to me, but I can see her face in profile, and I can make out some of her expressions. Her eyes are narrowed, her brow is furrowed. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that she looks pissed. Supremely pissed, in fact. Here's a random aside for you. When I was back in elementary school, we studied volcanoes. Our teacher even let us make our own volcanoes with paper mache, and baking soda and vinegar. When the vinegar was added to the baking soda, the chemical concoctions bubbled up and it erupted explosively over the sides of the DIY volcano. Why am I bringing this up now, you might ask? Well, Ayu reminds me of those volcanoes. She must have blown a gasket. How can one small skinny woman contain so much hate and rage within her body? It shouldn't be possible. So scientists all over the world are baffled.
Hey, Ayu. I'm glad to see you too, but this is quite sudden. Why are you glaring at me like that? You're making me feel as though I have done something wrong.
You have done something wrong. You're a two-faced witch!
Oh my.
Hifumi purses her lips together. And you are not aware that
I am your elder? You should show me some respect as you do Marina.
And whoever said I respected her, huh? Ayu splits into the hot spring. I'm sure that's unhygienic, but I don't bring it up. There's more important matters at hand. Such as the teensy tiny fact that Ayu looks like she's going to murder Hifumi. I don't respect Marina, but I respect you even less! You might be older than me, but that doesn't mean you're smarter! And it certainly doesn't mean you're a better person! How could you do something so awful? How could you?
Forgive me for my ignorance, but I'm not sure what it is exactly that you're accusing me of. Would you mind explaining to me simply so that I might understand?
You know precisely what you're doing. Don't play dumb with me. You're trying to seduce Hiroka after I told you not to! How dare you try and steal my producer out from under my nose! You might be a bit older than me, but that doesn't give you the right to take everything I hold dear! Like it belongs to you, damn it! I watch Ayu and Hifumi's little disagreement, if you can call it that, play out from a safe distance. I haven't taken a single step into the hot spring yet, and I'm still standing on the banks, dry as a bone. The water looks incredibly inviting, but the bickering Succubus sisters, not that they're real sisters, are putting me off. She is very feisty and upset. I sigh. I came all the way here to the countryside so I could relax, but this scene is the exact opposite of relaxing. I don't really want to get embroiled in an argument. Well, I guess you two can call me when you need me. You know where my room is. Have fun, Dada! try not to get too carried away. I sincerely hope Ayu doesn't try to drown Hifumi. That wouldn't kill her, would it? That wouldn't kill her, would it? Being a succubus, she's sturdier than most humans. But succubi still need to eat and drinks, and I presume, though I have no hard proof, they also need to breathe. Let's pray that the story doesn't turn into a murder mystery. Just, don't do anything I wouldn't do, okay? Don't play too rough. And if one of you does die, I prefer it to happen in a way that doesn't incriminate me. In fact, if anybody asks, I wasn't even here. This isn't my problem. Bye! Though I am obstinately the cause of this chaos, Hifumi and Ayu doesn't bother to look at me. They're far too wrapped up in one another. You stupid bimbo!
That is mean. That is a mean thing to say. But if it brings us closer, I care not what you call me. If this is your way of bonding, Ayu, I shall accept it. I'm glad you're opening up to me just a little bit more.
Stop laughing, you creep. This isn't funny. I'll kill you. I'll seriously fucking kill you.
Sisterly love, I have never known it to be so intense. Your feelings for me have been hurt, Ayu. I will accept them no matter how forbidden they must be. Society might look down upon your love, but I never shall.
What the fuck are you babbling on about? I don't love you, idiot. Why don't you just drop dead? Yep, given the circumstances, hightailing it out of here really is the best I thought it'd say country. Best course of action. These women are way too much for me to handle. I thought, like, when he leaves, he'll bump into Cosmo. After extracting myself from Hifumi's and Ayu's highly intellectual debate, I returned to my room. As I was unable to take a dip in the hot spring, I instead have a warm shower, then change into my night clothes. I turn off the lights and then curl beneath my futon, utterly exhausted. Then I fall asleep the moment my head hits the pillow. I awake the following morning to a truly delicious smell, as I did the morning before that, and the one before that. I guess Hifumi must have woken early again, despite the virtual argument she had with Ayu. Hifumi might seem like a reserved woman, but I'm starting to see that there's more to her than meets the eye. Transformers reference! She has more stamina than one might imagine, and she's quite proficient at twisting the truth to suit her own ends. Oh my god, is that an Ace Attorney reference? Though Ayu should have had the upper hand in their dispute, Hifumi was able to fluster her. Truth be told, she flustered me quite a bit too. She called herself a pushover, but that couldn't be further from the truth. She's surprisingly brazen. But I don't dislike that. In fact, after seeing all these facts of Hifumi's character, I'm more intrigued by her than ever. That's why I decided upon waking up to set off to the kitchen. I'd love to continue our talk from last night. And I'm pretty hungry too. I dress in my typical attire, then leave my room. It's very early in the morning. It's only 7 or thereabouts. I can't hear anything as I walk through the halls. I guess everybody's asleep. I feel like I should be sleeping too. My every movement is tinged with tiredness, and I keep pushing to yawn. But I've already left the warmth of my futon, and it'd be silly to retreat now. I want to speak to Hifumi. What does she really want from me? Is she intrigued? Is she interested in me, like Ayu and Cosmo seem to believe? Does she want to make me her slave? And why are the other succubi so wary of her? Is it simple jealousy? Oh shit, no. Is it simple jealousy, or is it something more? There's a mysterious swirl around me, even denser than the scent of Hifumi's miso soup. I pad down the hallway, push open one of the sliding doors, then cross the garden. The separate complex that houses the kitchen and the dining room is only a few feet away. A warm breeze blows and it rumbles my hair and stirs the leaves of the tree. So am I gonna collapse because I got a cold standing and not actually, getting in the thing? Other than the sound of the wind, the garden is completely silent. I think it's quite peaceful. You don't hear silence like this back in Tokyo. The city is full of hustle and bustle at all hours. There's always been so much noise. I enter the separate building, remove my shoes of the front door, and slip into the pair of wooden sandals. Then I make my way to the kitchen. When I open the door, I find Hifumi. She's all alone, as she was when the first time I met her in the kitchen. I guess the other employees of this ryokan are busy setting everything up in the dining room. Hifumi's wearing an apron over her kimono. I guess that's to protect her from expensive cloth from stray splashes of miso soup. Despite this precaution, however, her long sleeves have been left to hang loose. She hasn't bothered to secure them with a tasuka. Is she confident enough in her cooking ability that she doesn't need to secure her sleeves? You would have thought her long sleeves would get in the way, but apparently not. They don't seem to hinder him for me in the slightest. She continues to stir her miso soup, which is bubbling away in the pot of a gas plate. Her sleeves seem in danger of dropping into the soup, but never happens. Hifumi's motions are extremely elegant and well practiced. She must have done this numerous times. With her long dark hair and her traditional clothing, Hifumi looks like a quintessential Japanese beauty. What the fuck does that mean? I defy any man to look at her toiling in the muggy kitchen and not think, wow, she would make a great wife. If only she was a man. Or a femboy. Oh, Hiraka. Hifumi must have heard me entering the kitchen because she turns and offers me a sweet smile. To what do I owe the pleasure? I was just wondering how you are. Hayu's been pretty mean to you yesterday. I was worried.
Oh yes, you weren't there to witness that, weren't you?
Hifumi smiles ruefully. Let me get... My dry-ass lips need water.
I apologize that you had to see such a shameful display, Hiraka. Whatever you must have thought of me. I said and did a lot of embarrassing things, but I assure you, I do not mean any of them. It was all an act. I was merely trying to fluster Ayu so she would leave me be.
Sorry.
I love my sister, but not in that way. I far prefer the attention of men.
Yeah, I figured as much. Don't worry about it. Ayu looked pretty perturbed. There's a fucking dead skin on my lips. Pretty perturbed about the whole thing. Her face was kind of funny. I almost wish I'd taken a photograph.
That might be amusing, yes, but I doubt she would like that. She's very particular about her looks. Being a celebrity, she places a good deal of importance on curating her personal image.
Being famous sounds exhausting.
Oh, it isn't so bad. The work is hard, yes, but it has its perks.
Sorry about my voice, like... switching between two, it's hard to instantly switch up, so it's not the right voice, and I apologize. Specifically,
having supportive fans like you, of course.
Hifumi offers me a serenade smile which makes my stomach do a somersault. I thought Hifumi looked attractive last night wearing nothing but a towel, but the kimono and apron combination is a classic. It can't be beaten. Can't be beaten? What the fuck do you mean? How many fucking scenarios have you seen people wear a kimono and a fucking apron?
It is a shame my provocations were unable to deter Ayu. I cried out most brazenly, but she refused to back down.
Hifumi sighs.
If only I was better at it. If only I was...
Coaster.
If only I was better at being firm with her, like Marina, then maybe...
Firm, sorry.
If only I was better at being firm with her, like Marina, then maybe she wouldn't treat me with such disrespect.
I don't know about that one. I use plenty disrespectful to Marina too.
Yes, I suppose she is. She really is quite the handful. She's very fiery and passionate and stubborn, too. Once she gets the idea into her head, it's almost impossible to deter her. Dissuade her. Fuck! I understand why she dislikes me so, but I have since mended my ways. I have tried to make amends, but she nurses her grudges regardless. She even managed to turn Cosmos against me. Those girls seem to consider me some sort of villain. It's most upsetting.
Sorry, my brain had a dumb idea. Now this is an interesting kernel of information. Seems like Hifumi did something to earn Ayu's eerie after all. I wonder what. I'd like to ask her, but before I have the choice or whatever.
Oh goodness.
Hifumi looks back at her miso soup. It was caught up in our idle chit-chat.
I was so caught up in our idle chit-chat, I forgot my soup. It will burn if I don't take it off the heat. I apologize, Hiroka, but I need to focus on cooking. Can we postpone our conversation?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Thank you for being so patient, dear. Why don't we talk after breakfast? I can come to your room. If you like, does that sound alright?
That's fine. I'll see you later then.
Yes, indeed, that would be lovely. And Hiroka...
Hifumi's indigo eyes shine with a playful luster.
I hope you're hungry. Breakfast today will be delicious. Please eat a lot and grow strong and healthy. There's nothing that would make me happier. I love looking after people.
I eat breakfast in the dining room with Marina, Cosmos, and Ayu. Like Hifumi promised, it's delicious. The white rice, hot and steamy, the grilled mackerel, full of flavor, and the miso soup, full and rich. Oh shit! No. Let's go! After eating my fill, I return to my room in the hopes of reuniting with Hifumi. I feel tired after consuming so much food, and my stomach aches a little. I yawn, my fatigue is starting to creep up on me. I'd really like to lie down. Though I came here to relax, I don't think I've gotten all that much sleep. My head feels heavy, and the allure of my futon is incredibly powerful. I'm just a mere human. I can't resist the cold of my sheets a second longer. Sorry, Hifumi, I've really got a nap. I creep beneath my sheets and rest my head on my pillow. Going to sleep right after breakfast might be a little slovenly, Sure, but I think I've earned this privilege. I have to wake up early every morning to commute to work. I deserve a break. I turn about in my futon trying to get comfortable. I yawn again. This time, I don't bother trying to stifle it. If Amy isn't here, maybe she isn't coming. That being the case, I don't have to worry about being presentable. I can just relax. My eyes fall shut. I feel myself sliding inexorably into slumber when...
Hiraka?
I hear a musical voice from the other side of the folding door and the gentle rap of knuckles. Are you here?
Are you here, Hiraka? Would you like to talk?
Oh! I sit up hurriedly, disturbing my futon. So Hifumi didn't forget. She really came to see me. The thought is a heartening one. But I still can't shake the vestige of sleep that clings to me. I wanted at least another 5 minutes. Oh well, since Hifumi came to see me, it'd be rude to turn her away. Yeah, I'm here. You can come in.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for disturbing you.
The sliding door of my room opens and Hifumi steps inside. She closes the door behind her, then looks at me. I'm still sitting up in my futon, my hair rumpled. I must look blurry and half asleep because Hifumi's expression softens into a look of motherly concern.
Oh dear, did you not get enough rest the night before, Hiraka?
I guess not, no. I wanted to sleep in, but I've gotten used to waking up early. My job must have conditioned me.
Oh, you poor baby. You do look exhausted. Why don't you rest your weary head upon my lap?
Hifumi sinks to the floor, her kimono pulling around her. The patterned fabric of her kimono strains across her thighs in a truly delectable manner. I'd love to rest my head on that lap of hers, but is that really okay?
Of course it is. I wouldn't offer otherwise. Now please, come over here and let me look after you. I'll envelop you in my love just as a mother might.
That's kind of you, but I Hifumi skeptically. Wouldn't your legs go numb? Kneeling on the ground like that, I wouldn't want you to get pins and needles.
How considerate. You really do think of everything. I appreciate your thoughtfulness, dear, but you needn't worry. I'm accustomed to kneeling for long periods of time, particularly on tatami mats. I have more stamina than you could imagine.
She's used to kneeling, huh? I wonder if that's some sort of euphemism. Hifumi must see my musing. I'm not the most subtle of guys because she giggles.
I kneel when I play Karuta. Of course, I'm quite fond of the game. Did you not know?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Yamamoto Hifumi is well known for her love of all things classical Japanese poetry included. I think I remember reading once that she's a Class A Karuta player. She's a woman of many talents. If that's really okay, then maybe I'll take you up on that offer.
But by all means, please do.
Hifumi gentle laughter prompts me onwards. Let's go! Ah, so that's what my character looks like. Damn. I rest my head upon her lap, sighing as I do. This really does feel good. Her thighs are incredibly yielding, and they're so soft too. I feel like I'm
drowning in a marshmallow sea.
So how does that feel?
One of Hifumi's hands rests upon my head. Her deft, slender fingers wave their way through my hair. I can feel a loose tendril of her dark tresses brushing against my bare cheek. I can smell her too, soft and fragrant like orange blossoms, maybe. Could that be the scent of the perfume she uses?
Are you alright, Hiruka?
Hifumi's light, lilting voice washes over me like a lullaby, all the while her fingers continue to run through my hair. Hifumi's lap makes for a wonderful pillow. She's very soothing. I feel nice, thank you, Hifumi.
You're welcome.
Hifumi continues to toy with my hair. Her fingertips brush back and forth against my scalp, grazing it gently so I shudder. Sparks are starting to run up and down my spine. This feels way too good. I feel like I could melt into a puddle. Hifumi's touches are way too intimate to be merely motherly. She's acting like a lover might.
I had hoped this would make you comfortable, and yet...
Hifumi's brow furrows.
You'll never be able to sleep like this. Your shoulders are so stiff. You need to try and relax, Hiruka. Entrust yourself to me. I won't hurt you.
I know that, but...
But what?
This feels kind of wrong.
How is it wrong?
You're famous. If any of your friends were to see us like this, then... Shh. Hifumi presses a white fingertip against my lips.
They won't see us. There's nobody here other than you and me. My fans will be none the wiser. Not even Ayu can barge in and interrupt us now. I finally have you all to myself. I want to surround you, ensnare you, and possess you, if only for a few moments. My sisters are all closely acquainted with you. It seems unfair that I should be left out. I've grown quite fond of you, Hiruka, so won't you let me soothe you, please?
Pause.
I mean, what is there to pause? It's a fucking visual novel. Hifumi looks at me sweetly, her dark lashes fluttering. I feel like I should rest. Ayu will be pissed when she finds out about this, but the cadence of Hifumi's voice has cast a spell over me. I can't resist her. I still don't know what Hifumi did to earn Ayu and Cosmos' distrust, or if she has any ulterior motives. But right now I can't bring myself to worry about such things. None of it seems to matter. Alrighty then. If you want, we can spend a bit more time together. I won't resist you.
Oh, Hiruka.
Hifumi's eyes soften.
Thank you for accepting me, and thank you for giving me a chance. I will treat you very, very gently. I will wash away all your worries with these hands of mine. And then you will feel contempt as you have never known before.
When I wake from my long nap, I find that I'm lying on my futon. Hifumi is nowhere in sight. She must have tucked me up. The thought is a flattering one, albeit somewhat embarrassing, and I find my cheeks heating up. What did I do to be worth of all this what did I do to be worthy of this perfect angel anyway? Hifumi might have done a lot for me, but I don't think I've done a whole bunch for her. I haven't done her any favors. Oh
rectify that. For as long as we're staying under the same roof, I'll do my best to repay Hifumi for her kindness. I won't let her good deeds go unrewarded. And with a bit of luck, I'll be able to figure out her past too. There has been a bit more to Hifumi than she's letting on. I just wonder what it could be. Around midday, I get up and leave my room. I decided to go for a walk, not in the Ryokan's garden, charming though it is, but in the scenic mountains which surround the inn. I thought it'd make for a nice change of pace. Though I like the garden at the Ryokan, it can get a bit restrictive. I feel like I can think more clearly out here. The dirt path is lined with tall green maple trees. Their distinctive leaves sway above my head. The trees are thick, and only a few bands of sunlight can penetrate down to the forest floor below. Oh shit! Did you know? Oh, there was this apparently I just there's this really fucked up tree that I don't even know why it exists, right? And so not only is the tree very fucking poisonous, right? But the maple in it is acidic, right? So whenever any of the maple, when it's raining, the maple kind of comes out, and if it lands on you, it's very acidic, and it's dangerous because it's a maple. Ripping it is like fucking trying to take it off is like burning honey. It just sticks to you, so it's just painful. It's why does that tree fucking exist? The trees are thick, and the only few bands of sunlight can penetrate down to the forest floors below. It's very pretty. It's rare that I see sights like this back in Tokyo. I should go back to the countryside more often. With each step I take, twigs and leaves crack underfoot. From a distance, I hear a rustling in the undergrowth. Maybe it's a squirrel or a rabbit. Well, whatever they are, they're elusive, and I can't see them. I inhale a lungful of clean air and do my best to fight off my residual fatigue. It feels nice to sleep whenever I want, but I might have relaxed a little too much this morning, thanks to Fumi's thighs. I'm afraid if I spend too much time with her, I'll turn into a lazy pile of sludge. I can't let Fumi look after all my needs, and I don't want to sleep my vacation away either. It's so rare I get to come to the countryside. I should do more stuff with my time. I want to explore and take some photos and talk to Marina. AU and Cosmos. IO. And speaking of which, that figure over there. I can make out the shape of the person in the distance. They have a very long silver hair, and they're wearing a tailored business suit, and it doesn't seem very practical for scaling such terrain. And then again, what high-class woman would care about punctuality more than fashion? Though she's wearing a pair of very high heels, all red and glossy, she seems perfectly stable. It's definitely Marina. Hey, Marina! I call after her. My voice echoes through the forest. Best girl. Best girl so far, in my opinion. Marina pauses, which gives me ample time to catch up to her. I jog at her side, my forehead a little flushed, and greet her with a smile. I feel like I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you. How have you been? Better now after seeing you. I'm sorry if I've been acting distant. I've had to field important business emails all trip. I've told my employees I would be leaving for a vacation. I've asked them not to bother me, but, well... She sighs and shakes her head. Yeah, we haven't been able to talk to her, this whole fucking time.
I am very popular. I'm a very popular woman. Too popular, in fact. Whenever the slightest problem arises, my useless cohorts all come crying to me. It sounds like your workers would be lost without you. Yes, indeed. I'm indispensable. That sounds like a boast, but Marina doesn't look too happy about her elevated status. In fact, she seems irate. It isn't just my workers who want to monopolize my time either. I've been neglecting an important trade deal with a rival company, and their president is keen to speak to me for all hours of the day. I was talking to him earlier this morning for almost 2 hours. Can you credit it? With so much work to do, I feel like I'm back in the office. The scenery might have changed, but I'm still working full 9 to 5 shift here. In fact, I'm working more than ever. I didn't get to sleep until midnight yesterday. I was too busy sorting through my mail. Oh, jeez. I pull a face, and here I was being grumpy. Because my boss sent me a couple of work-related messages during the trip. It sounds like you have way more on your plate than I do. I can't even imagine how busy Marina must be. She looks cool and competent at all times, but she must lead a very stressful life. It's a wonder she has the time to style her hair and put on her makeup in the morning. Oh, don't worry, dear. Nobody likes thinking about work when they're on holiday. I can't blame you for being upset. But I have far fewer responsibilities than you. I'm only a photographer. Now, I won't have you talking down to yourself. Marina plants her hands on her hips, her expression stern. You work hard to earn a living, just as I do. My job might be more stressful than yours, but it's not a competition. I value you regardless. And you forget I have spoken to your boss before. I have first-hand knowledge of his ways. He is quite the audacious individual. I do not blame you for disliking him.
Audacious, huh? That's a pretty good word. Thanks, Marina.
It's no problem.
Brain cells refuse to acknowledge thoughts.
I was feeling quite frustrated myself, but seeing you has lightened my mood. Shall we walk for a bit?
Sure. I fall in step alongside Marina. I'm gonna just call her Maria, because Marina, or whatever, it's like, it bothers me. She winds her arm about mine, pressing her bosom to my arm. We converse the dusty forest like this, arm interlinked. Every once in a while we pause to examine the natural beauty strewn about us. Though Maria spends most of her time in her office, she's surprisingly knowledgeable about the natural world. She can identify birds solely by the sound of their calls. She knows the names of all the trees around us. Is there anything Maria can't do? The minute trickles by like this, slow and unheard. But I'm a little curious. Are you sure this is alright? I don't want to take up too much of your time. What if you get an important phone call?
Oh, don't worry about that. I left my phone in my room. I don't want to be distracted during my every waking hour, or I'd go insane. I've been so busy working, I simply had to leave my room and get some fresh air.
So that's why you were out here walking through the forest?
Yes, indeed. I was in dire need of a break.
If anybody deserves to take a break, Maria, it's you.
Phew. You are kind, dear.
Maria giggles as she inches in even closer against my body.
Say, Hiruka?
Yes?
I was just thinking, now that the two of us are alone, it almost feels like we're going on a date.
I guess it does, yeah. Would this be our first date?
You know what? I think it might. We've met in bars on numerous occasions. I've taken you to my office before, but we've never gone out like this. It's so still and silent.
Maria pauses. She glances around the forest, her jade eyes shining.
My irritating younger sister can't interrupt us now. I have you all to myself, darling.
I'll gladly give myself up to you. Though if Cosmo's found out, she might get jealous. She's already claimed me as her boyfriend.
Then it's a good thing I don't want you to be... Wait, what? Then it's a good thing I don't want you to be my boyfriend. That is such a childish, asinine term. I'm too old for that. I would far rather call you my partner.
Ah, you scared me for a second. I almost got fucking hurt. Partner? I say the word aloud, testing how it sounds. It's definitely more mature than boyfriend, though it does put me in mind of business mergers and meetings.
Is that alright? Would you mind being my partner?
Oh, look at her face! She's adorable! She's fucking adorable. I'd rather be your husband. I'd rather be your slave. I think partner sounds fine. I think partner. I want to pick this, but that's a bit too forward. So I think partner sounds just fine. Oh no, I wouldn't mind it. It'd be an honor.
Good, then let us continue on our date. Since it's my first, I expect you to treat me well.
We're in the middle of the fucking forest. Treat you to what? Fucking scenery? Well, I'll do my best. I wish I could have taken you someplace fancier, though.
Like where?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe to a fancy restaurant or out dancing.
I would like to go dancing with you at some point, but this is more than enough to make me happy. Sometimes the simple things in life are the best.
You know, sometimes we get distracted by things such as monetary gain and greed and progression and, you know, work. We don't really appreciate the finer, simpler stuff, you know. I wish we could do that a lot more.
Moreover,
Maria's lips curl with distortion.
I doubt you'd have enough money to take me to any of the fine establishments in Tokyo I often frequent.
Right. I laugh awkwardly. I guess you're right about that. I can hardly afford to look after myself. Is she sizing me up? I thought I saw her eyes moving, my bad. Some month's money so tight I have to live on instant noodles.
Is that so?
Maria purses her lips together.
That doesn't sound very nutritious. It's no wonder you're so skinny.
I don't think I'm that skinny.
You are for a man of your height. You need fatting up a bit.
Maria pokes my side with one of her manicured nails. It tickles and I flinch away.
I hope you've been taking advantage of Hifumi's cooking.
You know, Hifumi's been working here?
But of course, Hifumi and I are very close. She tells me everything. She also told me that you and her came to quite an intimate understanding earlier today. Is that true?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We, did a bit of talking.
Talking, is it?
Maria raises an eyebrow.
Is that what they're calling it these days? How quaint.
I can tell based on Maria's tone that she knows everything that happened earlier. This woman really is sharp. I give Maria a quizzling look. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. That would be very hypocritical of me. I am a succubus after all. You're not the first man I've been with.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it still hurts. But I don't know why that should really matter.
Oh, you are the first I've ever thought of as my partner. I care for you a good deal, darling, but I'm not the jealous sort. I don't want to begrudge Hifumi a good time. I'm glad you two were able to enjoy yourself. Oh, right, that's a relief.
If Aoyu and Cosmo knew, they'd be pissed.
Well, they're immature. You are Cosmos' very first partner. Aoyu has always been possessive. They will grow in time.
That just makes me more sadder that it's most likely that canonically they would move on even after my death. Which makes sense, right? And it shouldn't really affect me because I'm dead, but it's just...
Soon I'm sure they will come to learn love is better if you can share it with those you care about.
I hope so. But it seemed like they have some personal vendetta against Hifumi.
Oh yes, well they would. Hifumi wasn't always the sweet, mild-mannered woman you know today. In the past, she was even more forceful than I.
Really? I did not expect that. What was the old Hifumi like? Was she a leather-clad dominatrix wielding a whip? I'd kinda like to see that. But the current Hifumi with her housewifely ways seems much easier to deal with.
Yes, indeed, she has changed a lot. I used to have my own gripes with Hifumi, but my feelings towards her have since changed now. I value and respect her friendship. I want her to be happy. But Aya and Cosmos are young. They still hold grudges. They cannot forgive her. That is why they want to keep you away from her. If you ask Hifumi about it, I'm sure she'll go into a bit of detail.
Maybe I will. That sounds like a good idea.
It's always best to get these things out in the open. Honesty is the best policy, or so I believe. Though I'm not the sort of woman who would share the secrets of others, I am no gossip.
I didn't think you were. I know you're trustworthy. You're good at keeping secrets.
It comes with experience, dear. Now, I have been away from my work for too long. I shudder to think of how many missed calls I'll have when I get back. I should return to Ryokan, but before that, I have something to tell you.
Oh, what is it?
I had hoped to spend a whole week in the countryside with you, but I was too optimistic. Various matters have come up which require my urgent attention. As such, I need to return to Tokyo tomorrow morning. I've already booked my train.
What? You mean you're leaving already?
Yes, I am. It pains me to be parted from you, dear. But don't fret. We shall see one another again soon enough. I admit I am a bit upset we weren't able to spend more time together, but I am pleased we were able to have this little talk at least. All the same.
Maria's eyes narrow.
I'm not a jealous woman, but I can be quite selfish at times. I know that you have been with Hifumi. That in itself does not bother me, but I would appreciate it if you could show me some love before my departure. Let's go! I feel like I deserve it for working so hard. If you could find it in your heart to give my spirits a bit of a boost, I know I'll be able to return to work with all my energy restored. I shall work at full captivity and complete all my tasks before my deadline.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that, but my brain just switched to fucking doing tasks in Among Us.
That is how potent your love is, Hiruka.
Sure, you've got it. Let's go!
Emoji no entry. Emoji kitchen knife.
I step a little closer to Maria and wind my arms about her waist, her chest pushing up against my own, her hair brushing against my face. I'm slightly taller than Maria, but not by much. Her green eyes bore into mine, shining like emeralds. Maria, proportions might be impressive, but I think her eyes are her most attractive feature. They're coy and mischievous, almost cat-like. They're utterly captivating. I'll give you all the affection I can. I might have been with Afumi, but that doesn't lessen my feelings for you. I care for you all. I care for all of you succubi equally, and I want to make all of you happy. All of us, you say? Maria's voice drops to a soft, seductive whisper. You want to be careful, darling, or you'll burn yourself out. We succubi can be very, very demanding. It's fine, I'm used to your demands. I can take it. Really? Maria grins. You're so confident. I like that in a man. You really are something special. And you smell good too. I've almost forgotten how delectable you are. Maybe I should ask you to claim me now in this forest. Doesn't that sound exciting? That doesn't seem hygienic. That might not be such a good idea. But Maria, if anybody came by, shh. Maria presses a kiss against my lips. I try to deepen the kiss by instinct, my tongue sliding into Maria's mouth. But then all of a sudden, she takes a step back. The kiss is broken. I'm left gulping. My face dyed red. My pants feel uncomfortably taut, but Maria makes no motion to relieve me of my burden. Maria, do you want to, keep going? What? Right now? Oh no! Maria runs one hand through her ivory hair and laughs. It would be incredibly unhygienic. That's what I'm saying! I don't want to get twigs or leaves anywhere, and what if anybody saw us? You didn't think I was being serious, did you? What? No, of course not. Are you certain? Oh, that fucking look. Oh, that fucking look is something else. Maria's eyes flicker across my body. She laughs. Is she teasing me? Her wistful lovey-dovey talk earlier threw me off, so I almost forgot she really is a sadist. Well, never mind that now. I shall meet you in your room later tonight. For my farewell party, I'll be sure to bring some good alcohol too. Doesn't that sound fun? I guess that does sound nice, yeah. I knew it. Foo. Remember, dear, good things come to those who wait. Look forward to it, dear. I know I will. And with an airy laugh, Maria walks away. Her back fades from sight until I can't see her. Ah, jeez. I lean back against a nearby tree, my body weak, and fan my face with another hand. Ineffectively, I might add. Now I feel all worked up. This evening can't come soon enough. Intrigued as I am by Maria's talk about a farewell party, that won't be until later in the evening. I have to find something to do to eat up time until then. Well, sorry, but that's it for now. Gallery. Okay, let me add this. Create a playlist for this.
Emoji flushed face for later viewing.
I don't know what you said, but it's probably something sus. What do you mean for, you know, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But that's it, for this. Because I don't want to fucking do a whole stream, like, play the whole game in one going. Because then, you know, I can't make multiple thumbnails, you know.